Introducing PubCoin. PubCoin is the rewards program for pub sports contributors. Regular chat contributors share their play of the day, POD, in the YouTube chat, including the phrase POD in their message. At the end of the week, the amount of units earned are converted into PubCoins. PubCoin can be used as reward points for prizes, shop discounts, and contests.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Mills here, Pub Sports Radio. Do you guys want to challenge the personalities here at Pub Sports Radio? Do you guys think you're better than them at entering in your MMA predictions and picks? Would you want to get paid for it? $100? Here's how you do it, man. You sign up right here at the link below. It's just this easy. PubSportsRadio.com. Enter your email. Pick your weekly picks. That's it. Oh, and you get bonus points if you can predict how they're going to win in what round. Every single week, a new winner's getting crowned. So every Saturday on Pub Sports Radio. So come on and check us out. You can win $100 just for signing up. Only thing you need to do is see if you can beat us here at Pub Sports Radio by entering your UFC predictions and picks weekly. Do it. I dare you. See you guys.
Your membership to gold, you will be automatically entered in every horse race every Wednesday and Friday.
A lot of names, a lot of familiar faces, and another chance for $50 to sign up for PSR Gold. It's going to be a lot of fun. Why wouldn't you want to be on this list, huh? Frank, that's a great question. Does AI determine the winner? No, Frank. The fastest horse does. So shout out to everyone that's a member. We appreciate you guys. We let our horses run forever. 2.5 hours.
Hey, what were you saying?
Instead, Odeo, here we go.
And they are off.
You know I'm not winning this. My horse ain't like this.
And here comes Big Show, who says 2 minutes is too long. Big Show wants this race to end right now. Going to be moving into the stretch soon. K Wolf up front, Saturated making a move, and there's nasty motherfucking Nate. Record 97. And he should have been 40. He should have been 40. Director 97. $100. He wanting all the money.
Oh my God,
Director! And it's Director 97. Back.
Oh my God.
Fresh, take it home. Here's 6-5. Oh God! Saturated. Friedrich gonna come home with it. Is it Billy Friedrich's time? Is it his time? No, it's not. Cody Norton making this Billy the fight with as well. Billy the fight. Algary's from H-Town. Does Coin have enough space to get home? Or will Gabby take care of business? Here comes the show. A third win for Director 97.
But Connor Mack takes out. He might be blowing his load a little bit too early. Does anybody? The contest, here comes Iron Eagle out of nowhere. Iron Eagle.
It's a packed race. 5 seconds. Crystal from the back. Crystal. The Napoli won the match.
Get 'em, Jimmy, where low shack at? The bottle's getting empty, I'm not cracking, we stacking. Chips, all of this, what I want, plus money winners, that's what I'm on. You can say I'm gone, I prefer elevated Pub Sports Radio. Time to get educated, Bouquett produced, fade the juice, letting loose with so much abuse that the bookies wanna call it truth. They get slaughtered, can't forget Jeff and Low Baggers in the chat. That's a little weapon cause we need, oh yeah, pubbing. We be pubbing!
All right, here we are, back again, betting with Bouquett. Let me give this an old wipe here. All right, nice to see everyone live on a Friday morning here. Appreciate everyone joining me bright and early. Great day yesterday. Had a good day in the MLB. Feeling good about ourselves. Went 6-3 yesterday. Shout out to Kevin Gausman. Shout out to my father on that one. Had a good day yesterday. Let's keep it rolling. You guys can see over here the schedule for the show here. We've got a good MLB card today, new matchups, new teams, last series before the All-Star breaks. So that'll be a lot of fun. WNBA with Billy Brisbane and coming with some NBA Summer League action. NBA Summer League action as well. Geez, got the hiccups already. But it's going to be a good show. And, of course, we have 2 horse races today, 2 $50 horse races today at the end of the program. So stick around. It's going to be a good show. Appreciate all of you in here as well. If you're watching on X, jump on over to our YouTube where you guys can find the best chat in all the game right now. You guys are killing it in there. We appreciate you guys. As always, let's start up at the top. Our guy, Justin McKelvey, who I just saw donate a membership. Shout out to you, Justin, and shout out to Stacks. Jesus Sanchez over 1.5 bases.
Stacks, 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 stacks.
Beautiful. Shout out to you, Justin, there. Jesus Sanchez there. Don't forget Ron Crawford, by the way. Ron Crawford killing it with these spreadsheet dogs. Killing it. 25-17. And he likes the Dodgers today. And I was kind of leading that way, Ronnie. I'm excited to see that you're on it. But shout out to you, Ron. Shout out to you. And let's get you the respect you deserve. Ron Crawford, spreadsheet dog there. Shout out to you. And hang the banner. My guy, Billy Friedrich, messaged me this morning, told me about this. He is retiring the Pig Milk Pod. 40-27, up 16 units. Hang the banner. The Pig Milk Pod. Very nice. Very good. And he begins anew with the new and improved Big Cheese Pod of the day. Shout out to you, Billy Friedrich. Pig Milk Dead arises Pig Cheese play of the day. Rangers, Astros, alt total over 9.5. My plus 150. Shout out to you there. Wow, Billy. Nice to see that. I did have a good chuckle out of that. It was very funny. Shout out to some of our highlighted people from yesterday as well. Troy Torrance had himself a banger of the day. Shout out to you, Troy, up 4.93 units. I had a nice day. TJ, another winning day for TJ as he makes his charge to winning 60% capper. And Debbie Cab, also nice day for him. I believe he went 2-1, 3-1 perhaps. Great day for Cabby. He cashed that Hines as well prop. So shout out to him. Pissy Cheerios play today, running it back on the Astros team total over 4.5. Great play yesterday, Morgan. I was thinking about it. I was a little annoyed I wasn't on the Astros team total there, but great play nonetheless. Subhuman Gaucho, nice to see you as well. His LFA play of the day, Ilya Brasilia. Minus 150. Shout out to you, Subhuman Troy. Nice to see you. Good morning, NJ Striker, Bo Jackson, Wine Time Sports, Jay Peasy, J Dub, Top Croc, Rob McMahon, Red Girl, Markel in here as well. Joseph Gomez, Sancho, VP Vom Polo, LQ, Morgan Spooner. Appreciate you for joining us here. Like I said, Dabby Cab in the mix. Jay Peasy, shout out to you, Jay Peasy, for the intros. DC Capper, Mr. Heat, TJ, all in here as well. So let's get after it. I'm excited to talk about all this, good action here in the MLB. And it's, could be dangerous series before the All-Star game, All-Star break. These guys have a little bit of a break coming up. I'm sure, it's kind of a psychological spot for a lot of you people out there thinking about how the bad teams might want to just get the fuck up out of there. And I need to take a couple days off. Good teams as well, kind of the same thing. So it's very interesting nonetheless to see where we are with all of this. But let's bring on our special guest here. Excited to talk to him. It's going to be a great show with him, and I cannot wait. I feel like I haven't seen him in ages, but it is the one, the only Connor Mack Picks joining the program. Connor, it's nice to see you. I like your shirt. How are you doing?
Jose, my dude, I got to get it off the rip here. My internet's fucking up. I don't know, all of a sudden. It was happening a little bit yesterday. It's been circling, so, good old Cox. So if it maybe kick me out, I'll have to figure this out. Plug it back in.
Enough.
Perfect timing,
you sound
too.
Great, and you look great right now.
Thanks, Jose. You look great, too. And you're, is that orange, that sweatshirt?
Of course. I support the dub.
WNBA. Salute to you, dude. I know you love
I'm
them.
a consumer. Yes, and of course we have a WNBA on the schedule as well. And we'll talk some summer league with Billy Brisbane as well at the end of the program. I bet you summer league in Vegas is just awesome, especially since you're just there. You just mosey on down.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going here next week. There's a few people in town I'm gonna meet up with, and watch a few games and chill with. It's just hot as all hell, but get past that, it's golden.
Yeah, I know. I know a thing or two about that sweet, sweet heat. I'll tell you that. Shout out to you, Kong's Clips. Kong's Clips, by the way, I saw you with that Garrett or the Hunter Green strikeouts. It's like struck out like the first 6 batters. I was like, whoo, Kongs. He's on the over 7.5 Ks for Crochet and Phillies money line there. Shout out to you, Kong's Clips. All right, let's get into the MLB here. Cannot wait to talk about it. We've got some good matchups here, some very big favorites as well that it will be interesting to talk about. But let's talk about your Los Angeles Dodgers here, Connor Mack. I have, everyone that's watched the program knows that I have said the Phillies are going to win the World Series this year. So the sweep of the Dodgers was not too surprising to me. However, people in Dodgerland are starting to worry. Dave Roberts starting to feel that heat under his collar. And Connor, it is one day, every day we step closer to the prediction of that guy getting his ass fired after another disappointing playoff run, and my guy Alex Cora making his way out west and murdering me dead. But I'm excited to talk about them today because James Paxton, we've faded at several points in this season. He's an old ass man at this point, but it's the same song and dance with him. He comes out hot, pitches great, and then as the season goes on, he just gets tired, wears down. And, kind of does his thing. He's pitched pretty well in his last few starts. He had 1 blow-up start against the Giants, but other than that, 2 earned runs, no earned runs, 1 earned run, 1 earned run. Connor, I wanted to back the Dodgers here. I really did. Coming off that sweep, Dave Roberts even coming in saying that the Phillies were the better team. I think that there's going to be some motivation with this Dodgers team to come out and get the dub here. Tariq Skubal is obviously someone that is terrifying to fade here. But I do believe in the Dodgers' ability to get to him. And, if I'm going to bet the Dodgers here, it's obviously going to be a full game spot here. So let's talk about the market. We'll get into the Dodgers against lefties here, and then we'll get into Connor Mack's opinion here. Money line, we'll start off with that. Unsurprisingly, when the Dodgers are an underdog, you'll see sharp money on them. 29% of the bets, 83% of the money on the Dodgers. So that's unsurprising. It opened up minus 133 and it is now minus 138. That's interesting. I thought at this point it would have gone down, but it going up is definitely a concern for any Dodgers backers up there. 88% of the bets, 86% of the money on the over in this game. And this total has not moved a muscle here. So it does, if I think that Paxton is going to pitch well, maybe I just end up on the first 5 under in this game. which opened up first 5 under 4.5 minus 120. Bet online is now minus 130. Bovada has actually already moved it to a 4 as well. Everywhere else is showing juiced 4.5. So very interesting. Connor Mack, what do you have to say about your squad?
Yeah, Dodgers are in trouble right now, limping as everyone knows in the All-Star break. And I don't think the offense here, Scuball at home, is going to do anything. You know, I just throw out those numbers unless he's really off. Dodgers versus lefties. I know the numbers say they're well, and they've been right around second or third all year. But I think Rick's good here. James Paxton's the key. I always love it too. The Tigers scored 10 runs yesterday, taking their under because I don't love this offense. They're a team. I think Paxton go out there and just give up a couple runs. Them all year, they haven't hit lefties. You know, I know they moved up a little bit so far, but they're not great either. So I love this under. This is kind of weird that just hasn't moved. I get the 4.5 is going to go to 4. So I like the first 5 under 4.5 as well in this game. And I do think it goes to 4s as we see the 4.5s are minus 125 here. I think Screwball pitches well. I'm just a little surprised we haven't seen this earlier. This come down. I think they think there's going to be runs, but I don't buy it with these two teams. You know, I think they think maybe the Dodgers break out and get something off Screwball. I just think this team's a little bit in shambles here and just need to get to the break and get healthy. The pitching is just there, the injuries that they're dealing with, and man, it is ugly. And after the top 3 or 4, that bottom of that lineup's awful, just horrible, and can't be back. So yeah, I like this first 5 under 4.5. I took it minus 119.
I'm going to join you guys as well. I saw a couple people in the chat on it. It makes sense. I do think Scooble's good. And, you know, Dodgers have been full season best against lefties. But I don't look at, you know, futures odds for awards during the season. But, I mean, Scooble has to be AL favorite for the Cy Young this year. I mean, he's just been phenomenal. So, yeah. I think Markel and I think Morgan Spooner and people like that have a point here about the Tigers being favored. The line going up definitely is a red flag for any person that wants to bet the Dodgers. So, the end of the cap for me, it's Tigers or nothing. And I'm going to move on the first 5 under here. 4.5 minus 130. It's juicy. Don't love it, but we will be on it nonetheless. Connor, and you said you are officially on it as well?
Yep.
All right, and you got minus 119. All right, beautiful. Minus 119 for Connor, and we keep it rolling here. I am excited to watch any series that involves the Phillies recently because they've been rolling. However, it becomes tough to bet the Phillies when they are minus 272 against the Oakland A's. Now, let's just be honest here. It's A's or nothing. From a gambling perspective for me. There's no way am I betting the Phillies after sweeping the Dodgers, and I'm sure they're like, fuck yeah, we're the team to beat. This is our house. We don't fucking lose in Philadelphia. And the A's just got their ass whooped 7-0 in Boston. This is just psychological, like the Phillies are feeling good about themselves, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So am I interested in taking a little snippet of the A's? Yeah, I am, admittedly. I'll say this, and I'm sure I don't have the start offhand, but I know the A's put up a big number recently because the A's are best against lefties from the 15th to the 12th of last month to today. 177 weighted runs created plus against lefties, 122 plate appearances. I know that is obviously off of one person, but I mean, come on. This spot. This is like they're feeling good about themselves. You know, I definitely don't hate the wine time under here as well. The bats just coming a little asleep here. But yeah, I just think the A's are semi-live in this spot. Let's talk about the market. 96% of the bets, 99% of the money on the Phillies. Unsurprising. This went up from minus 165 to minus 172. Bovada actually showing minus 300, interestingly enough. And for the total, 72% of the bets and 80% of the money on the over. And this went from a juice 9 to 8.5 juice. So basically the same. But yeah, Connor, I think the A's are semi-live in this spot. Like Mike Wilkerson, an A's team total over. I mean, maybe. I know Ranger Suarez has been phenomenal this year. But one start left before the All-Star break. You're feeling good about yourself. Maybe the focus isn't all there. I don't know, Connor. What do you think?
Shout out to the chat. Appreciate all you guys. Nate Dogg, Jeffrey Blue, my man, Mike, Stimmy OG, John. We'll see. I think this game might go. I think it was a no-go, and now it's a little clearing up. We'll know in the next few hours. Is that what you have here with Swish? I mean, light rain, but it looks like it's going to stop. So
I have RotoWire has the game in red, so we'll see. But I'll put up the weather.com and see what Philadelphia has to say.
All righty. Wine time, my dude. DC Cap. He likes the under. He likes Philly. I saw TJ. Yeah, the team total 1.5. I think was interesting because I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, go ahead.
1.5. Wow.
Minus 107 here in Bet Online. I see.
That's crazy.
Well, I think Suarez is gonna pitch well, but I don't know. I mean, he's just fell off these last 2 games. I thought he would bounce back. I lost with him. So is there more to that? Obviously, the regression was going to come. Like Ranger Suarez, very good pitcher that's slowly gotten better. But, was he 8-1 with whatever he had? 1-something ERA. And now after getting his ass whipped, I mean, his ERA has moved up to 2.58. So, I mean, that's just how damn good he was in the beginning. So I don't know if this goes. One thing, Hogan Harris has pitched a little bit better because I think his guy is dog shit. And talk shit on the road. But he's pitched a little bit over his head. He's been able to, especially at home, pitch well out of jams, too, because at times he can walk guys. I always talk about pitchers that walk. I hate backing them, and I'd rather go the other way and take a team's offense. So this was tough for me. I think, there could be some runs. I don't know what Ranger Suarez would get at all. This line's huge, and this line, all the money's on Philly. It's not moving, right? This hasn't moved out. It's actually stayed right at the number here. Maybe come down a little bit. It's open minus 280. It's down to 260. Some spots 265, 280, 280. So yeah, tricky one. You know what I had the other day was Oakland with the Red Sox. Jose, what was that? The second game. I wish I put a lot more money on it. I right away. This was my looking at it last night when I was going through it, but I still haven't made a bet on it here. So shout out to everyone that's on it.
All right, Troy, you can sit there and laugh. You can sit there and laugh. But I'll take 2 bets on the Oakland A's today here.
You're gonna double dip?
Game, yeah, and the game allegedly will probably not go. It seems like there's rain in the forecast all day. So these bets get voided, they get voided. But I'll take Oakland money line, and I'll take Oakland first 5 team total over 1.5 as well. 1.5 at
and the A's have hit lefties, Jose, you talked about it. I mean, this team was dead last. In this last month it moved up to even the full year numbers are right around, 21st, 20th from where they were. So Brett Rooker, I like it. We'll put that in there. Our guy Justin. Respect. I like it, man. Guy rakes. And he's on the All-Star team, right?
Who?
He's the only guy. Rooker for the A's.
Oh,
he's on there, right?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't looked at the A's All-Stars, but yes. And by the way, Ricky, we appreciate you, Ricky. Don't you worry. We just have to get the cap out of the way, Ricky Bobby. We see
Ricky,
you.
Brother. Ricky, we love you, my man.
Don't you worry. Yeah. We appreciate you, my guy. I just need to figure out if I'm going to bet the A's here and make an ass of myself, Ricky Bobby. But shout out to you for the $4.99 dono. And
shout out to Mike, too, with the Abreu. Yeah. I mean, he was.
Yeah, really is that Willier?
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy, Willier Abreu. All right. And Troy, you put your numbers in there, sure. They get crushed. But I will gladly take the Oakland A's here. So I took them money line plus 225, first 5 team total over 1.5, minus 107. All right. Next game. Cleveland Guardians, Tampa Bay Rays here. Carlos Carrasco versus Taj Bradley. I've been talking about how I think Taj Bradley is bet on. And quietly, I think the Rays are kind of a bet on team. I bet them all 3 games against the Yankees. We took 2 out of 3. We'll take that. And then I just like the pitchers they're calling up right now again. Like Taj Bradley, we've kind of said since he came up, he's going to be good. I think he's going to be solid, and he's been great. Shane Baz, his first start was good. His second start, he good too. Keep betting him. So I don't know. Rays might be bet on in the second half of the season. We'll find out. It's a little. We're talking a little too expensive for my taste here. Now we're talking minus 135, minus 137 here with Taj Bradley here. It's going to be interesting to see how he continues his, I guess, climb, because at one point he was very much maligned, but 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, one of them earned, 5 2/3 shutout, 5 1/3, 1 earned run. He's just been solid this year, and that was against that was against Texas, Washington, and Seattle there. Cleveland, good lineup, but I don't know. Taj Bradley's just been solid enough for me to end up staying off this game and not betting the Cleveland Guardians. Now, Cookie is probably obviously the question mark in this game. How does he go? Maybe you can find a way into an under in this game. He's pitched pretty well in his last few. Like in the beginning of the season, he was kind of getting tattooed, 5 earned runs, crooked numbers. But recently, 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 5 innings, 2 runs. You'll take that from Cookie Carrasco, honestly, especially if the Cleveland Guardians continue to hit. So I stayed off this game. Market in it. We'll mention it. 77% of the bets and 74% of the money on the Tampa Bay Rays here. Surprisingly enough, this has moved from minus 128. I think it's getting up to minus 140 almost here as well for the Tampa Bay Rays. But yeah, I don't want to back the juiced Rays here. Total wise, 91% of the bets, 90% of the money on the over, unsurprisingly. And this total has flipped juice wise. It was an 8, juice minus 120 to the over. Now minus 120 to the under, and 7.5 seem to be coming in this game. Connor, what do you think?
Yeah, I think some people think this could be some value here with the Guardians. Rays, I think they're going to be bet on, and this is good for them. Don't creep up to maybe even get close to 500 right before the break. I don't know if they're really, really great ball club, but maybe could get a wild card. Maybe. I don't even know in that division. One thing I want to fade here is Bradley could get hit. I like him here at home, though. Taj Bradley is a guy when he's on. I love his stuff. But I want to fade Cookie Carrasco. I know he's been pretty good lately. Pretty good for him as a quality start right around there. He goes 5 or 6 innings, gives up 3 runs. And I think these bats, the Rays have got a little healthy. The lineup looks better. So I'm going to take him here. Rays team total, first 5 over 2.5 plus 105. I think they can get 3 off Cookie. And I'm going back to this since she didn't cash for me yesterday. Paredes. Bregman did. Paredes didn't. His RBI is plus 180. So I'm on that as well. 2 for 4 off Cookie. Small sample here, too. I was looking back the last time he started. It's been a minute, but I was trying to check it. But 9 for 19. Small sample. But I think the Rays get to him here.
Yeah. Okay. I like that look here as well. First, I need to start moving on a little more for first 5 team totals as well. Bet Online offering them at good numbers. I need to move on them as well. So we'll see.
Yeah, I've been moving on when I think there's an advantage. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a fun bet to continue to make in the second half of this season. So let's move on to the 2 really good series back to back. We have a few really good banger series going into the All-Star break. This is one of them. Yankees Orioles. A Yankees fan in the chat can let me know, but I think it's 8 now series in a row that the Yankees have not won. Just pathetic. Man, I'll tell you what, Connor. I wanted to back the Orioles here. I really did. But I think this is the old Troy Torrance kind of sharp trap thing here. And I've learned, I have it written down in my notes. Do not bet home dogs at plus 120 to minus 102. I've got it, Troy. So I am a little worried to try to back the Orioles here because Again, because of that, 70% of the bets, 72% of the money on the Yankees here. And this line, minus 120 opener, now minus 122. Got down to minus 113 at one point and came back up. I don't know. I think this is a Yankees spot here, truthfully, but I don't know. It's a tough spot for me to try to go back and forth on. Cade Povich has been, fine. He's a young pitcher, so you probably don't have high expectations of him. And he's a decent lefty. You take his production anytime, but his last appearance, he got crushed against the A's for 8 earned runs. So, and that's probably, and I can't confirm that is why the A's now have the high numbers that they have against lefties. 1 inning, 8 earned runs on 2 home runs. So, I mean, yeah, I still trust the guy. I think he bounces back, but it's a tough spot for me to try to back. Yankees against lefties from the 15th to today. They are 22nd, 95 weighted runs created plus. Full season, they are 13th, 103 weighted runs created plus. Yeah, I think this game could be an under. Maybe both these teams could buckle down. 95% of the bets, 97% of the money on the over in this game has not moved. If anything, has gone down to an under. But yeah, I think that this is going to be very interesting. And Billy Friedrich O's hit Cole historically at this version, at least this version of the O's do. I did look at his numbers. Numbers, they were okay. Yeah, I thought, could have been better. But yeah, his last start against them this year, actually, 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. 7 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs. 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs there. That was in both of those starts were in 23 and in 22. I'll mention 2 more in 22. 6 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs. 8 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs. So it's interesting. And by the way, in his last 5 games, he's only won 1 game against the Orioles. So I get it. I understand why everyone is betting the Orioles here. But for me, it'd be Yankees or pass.
Okay. This is another game that has some rain that I think we should watch. And there's definitely, I think, going to be rain in the middle of the game. It's just, do they cancel it? And I think we'll know later, too. This might be a no-go. Shout out to my guy, Collins Clips. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it'll be out shortly, but I think we'll be having the college football show back. And even me and Cab on the weekends, as I think our college football is the best out there, period. And I'll put that against anyone. But let's get to the baseball. I'll say college football awaits as it's in my dreams. But we're cashing in baseball. Yeah, I don't think the game goes. One thing was I got here, Cade Povich, Maury Povich. He's been pretty good. I backed him at times. He got slaughtered in Oakland, like you mentioned. That start he had in New York, too, was awful. I watched that. I mean, he skated by. He went 4 2/3. He walked 5. He had 1 K. He was, like, hanging on. There was base runners all over it every inning. And the Yankees didn't capitalize. But maybe, yeah, he pitches better here. I still think they can get some runs off him. And right now, Garrett Cole can't be backed. I don't want to back him. So for me, I get the plus side. O's are just scuffling, too. Cubs took it to them. The bats have just gone cold. Maybe their team just needs this break as well, as they're just scuffling down the stretch. So just a game. I'm off in the end.
Yeah, I might move on the Yankees. I mean, honestly, I'm going to sit here and stare at the Yankees longer here, but we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't even hate. I'm going to look at a Yankees first 5 team total over right now. 2.5 plus money. I mean, I don't hate that. Don't hate that at all. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and give a ban to our boy Deep Insensitive Glory Hole. That is, he's being a little excessive already here today. So let's heave him out of here. And we move on.
Who was it?
Deep Insensitive Glory Hole, aka someone that just continues making burners that I'll probably have to ban again here shortly. But
okay.
Oh well. But yes, that's a great series this weekend. Another very good series this weekend. Kansas City Royals, Boston Red Sox. Huge series for the Royals here. The Royals have to show up in this series, or else their season is basically done here. Why is that? I know.
Whoa.
Oh yeah,
season's not done. Come on now.
They're one game back of the Red Sox in the wild card already. If they don't win this series, they're obviously going to be at least 2 back, and the big bad Astros are right behind them, 2.5 games back already of the Red Sox. So let's just, I don't think if they get swept, for example, in this series, it's over. They're done, and I think they're going to be sellers at the trade deadline, honestly, because the Astros will come for that ass as well. If they win, who knows? Maybe they'll start feeling good about themselves. Red Sox have not named a starter yet, to my knowledge. Haven't even had a line for this all day. But I'm going to say this now. This is very important. Oh, and actually, now I actually have a line. Cooper Criswell going to get the start for the Red Sox here. Minus 109 road favorites for the Royals. Minus 101 Red Sox here. It's interesting. Let's start with Cole Ragans. He's obviously the ace. And I respect Cole Ragans, and I've had doubts against doubts of the Red Sox against lefties all year. Cole coming off of a good performance at Coors, which is, obviously difficult. 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. And that was off of a shit 4 2/3, 6 hits, 5 earned runs appearance. And I'm certain this will be Cole Ragans' first appearance against the Red Sox. So, it's tough. I like Cooper Criswell. I think he's going to be a good enough pitcher to pitch well against the Royals bats that truly don't scare me all that much. He was up in the majors throughout this year already. He was a pretty good starter when he was up here at times. It's just like he couldn't pitch against the really good teams. Like he got crushed against the Orioles, for example. And that's, you kind of expect him to. He's like a 5-6 man in the rotation kind of guy. So you're not asking him to go out there to do yeoman's work. His last start in AAA, by the way, 6 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, 8 Ks, no walks there. So I think this is going to be a good game here. And I think that both teams, like I said, are going to want to win this series pretty badly to feel good about themselves going into the All-Star break here. I am curious to see what the Royals and Red Sox bullpen situations are. Red Sox didn't use a soul yesterday besides Chase Anderson, and the Royals basically had an off day yesterday. So I shouldn't even say basically. I'm pretty sure they did. So
yeah, they're
both fresh. I think this is an under game, honestly. I think this is leaning me towards an under, Connor. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought that was a decent look here. Just want to double check the weather. This is one of the games, though. Pretty good weather, wind blowing out, right?
Yeah, let's check out our friends at Swish, who admittedly don't do the best job with precipitation, but at the very least, they're good with wind here. At the very least. Yeah, so heavy winds in this game, for sure, blowing out to left center. It's the monster. So that's interesting.
Yeah, but you got to hit it. I always say that. You got to get it up in the air for it to get over. So my guy Noli is telling me. And it's true. Cooper Criswell, I think, is pretty good. And you were hitting on it, Jose. He's the classic guy to go 5 innings, go just twice through the lineup. He's not the guy that can go further than that, see it at third. I would make of the Royals. They were just so bad. Their unders were money. The bats were ice cold. But I right before their day off yesterday, they did score, 8 runs in both those games. They beat the Cardinals in that double dip. Is that something to come? Are the bats going to wake up? I'm not so sure. Cole Ragans has been pretty good all year long. But I think as he goes on, he's more of what will creep up to an ERA around 4. And what do you think? Red Sox, to me, hitting the ball well. I like this lineup that they've been rolling out, Jose. You should love it more.
Oh, God, I love it, Connor.
Yeah, so I kind of like the Red Sox here and the under. That's what I was looking at. I don't know if I move on it. It was just a lean for me, but I was close on the Red Sox.
Connor, these motherfuckers are trying to make me believe, man.
They're going to pull back. as soon. Yeah, you're making you feel
bet,
good right
I've already
now.
bet them to make the playoffs. I bet them to make the playoffs a few weeks ago at plus 240. Yeah, plus 240. I bet them to make the playoffs. When I knew, I was like, all right, this team's different because we came into the first half of the season as negative as could be. This team sucks. And then for 2 months, they play as average as can be, just 500, 500, 500. And now the young players are developing, and it's beautiful to see. Yeah, I, with a tear in my eye, I love to see it. And the best part about that, Connor, I'm telling people, the best part about this team is they're not doing it with home runs. They don't need the home runs. They don't need the long ball to make shit happen. It is so nice. And if and when this team makes the playoffs, it's going to be dangerous because they just need to get a guy on. He's going to steal second. And then from then on, we'll see what happens. But it is going to be very interesting to see nonetheless. So, yeah, I like the under here, honestly. And I do like the Red Sox. I'm not going to move on anything official.
And I guess it's going to be Criswell. A lot of places I don't have, a pitcher though.
Yeah, so
at a lot
I'd
of
like
spots
for this line to develop a little more. This line is moving towards the Royals actually as we speak. Now minus 115 was minus 109 when we started this here as well. So yeah, Joey Harper's right. If you're taking it under, just wait. Let's wait until the end of the show and let's see where this line is, and we'll see. It's just not enough information yet. So Red Sox and the under, interesting, but nothing on my card. Connor, nothing for you, official?
Nothing for me too. It's a wait, especially with the pitching. We don't know. and baseball, the biggest sport, especially just because it's every day. I love to wait the longest on baseball. I know this show is early. If you love something that you think you're capitalizing on, bet it. And that's what I think the night before early. But when there's something else, a game like this, I think it's the best just to wait. Wait till you get everything.
Oh, I agree with that as well. And JPZ, you're right about the Friday Red Sox. The Friday Red Sox have been very bad. They beat the Yankees last Friday, which was hilarious.
They're good on Sunday, though, right?
Yeah. They've if they win on this Sunday, they will have, I think, equaled or bettered the best Sunday record to start a season for any baseball team ever. So,
what's going? Are they going to church? Fried chicken and beer?
They're going to the church of Alex
on?
Cora. They're going to the church of Alex Cora, and then just they make that. Yeah, Connor, I'm telling you.
Well, hopefully he comes to LA.
When Alex Cora leaves for LA, I'm going to throw myself off of a balcony, and it's going to be horrific. It is going to be.
Don't
horrific.
do it, Jose.
He is he is everything for the Red Sox. He is so fucking important for the Red Sox. And when he goes to Los Angeles, I am going to be so fucking upset. It is going to kill me. And if he went to the Yankees, Connor,
that'd be even better.
Oh,
now
it would be like fucking Helga got shot, and I'd be just be in the corner just sobbing for days. It'd be horrible. It'd be horrible. Wow. But let's move on. Let's move on. Justin, I don't know what we're stake betting, but I'm always interested. But I do have my guard up now when you offer me them.
TJ, I know, fade him soon. Yeah, it's not sustainable. Perfect answer there, dude. My dude.
Yes, I mean, you're probably right about that, TJ.
I always love the day bets too. Like, Thursday 8-1. Only on grass at night. Yeah, come on.
I was gonna say, maybe I don't know what Sunday necessarily has to do with the victories on Sunday, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. And John, that's just what it is, John. That's just facts. Come on.
That's just how crazy Jose is.
Yeah, I mean, if we're just talking facts, it's just what that is.
I love him, Mikey. I love him. Well, I love it when you give him out those crazy ass ones that sometimes you even get tongue tied saying them. That's the best. When Mike even gets tongue tied saying his crazy trends, it's wild. It's fucking nuts.
I'm just glad that Mikey doesn't, Mikey doesn't give us like turf or grass stats. That's when you lose me, Mikey. The day stats, like days of the week, you lose me a little bit as well. But like turf or like shit like that, you've lost me. But
No, I like him. Yeah, and JP, they're always they're part of my cat. I look at them. I was just throwing out some of the ones that I hear and in this business. So
I don't. If you give me like this player is much better on turf than grass, I won't. I'm just gonna be. You know what? I don't care. I'm not gonna listen to that one, guys. I'm sorry. That's my line right there. Days of the week, you've got me back and forth, but stuff like that, no. Well, let's move on. Mets, Rockies. I mean, here's the thing. The Mets should not be minus 200 against basically anyone, really. I just, I don't believe it. And, it's been fine. Sean Manaea has been fine. And by the way, Sean Manaea and Jose Quintana are essentially the same person in my head now. They're just fine lefties. They go out there, they do the job, whatever. Now we've got Tanner Gordon, who very creative player sounding name, and he's only had one appearance and one start so far. 6 1/3 against the Kansas City Royals, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 4 Ks, no walks. But truthfully, I'd much rather see a Rockies pitcher that I've never heard of, some young pitcher I've never heard of, than one of these old guys that we know is a retread who sucks. So I don't mind that Tanner Gordon's out here. I mean, again, this is I think there's semi value on the fucking Rockies, but people know that just perceived value doesn't mean shit. 93% of the money and 98% of the bet. Sorry, backwards. 98% of the bets money. Excuse me. 93% of the bets on the Mets. So that's unsurprising. The line has moved from minus 220 opener to minus 235. So I'm sure I hear the cow mooing already. And 94% of the bets and 92% of the money on the over in this game has gone down. But again, it was a 9 juice to the under, minus 120. Now BetOnline showing 8.5, minus 110 each way. So that's interesting. But I'm not going to move on this game. Connor, what do you think?
Yeah, this number is huge, but I have to say, and maybe the Rockies can get to him, and I'm not so sure. But Tanner Gordon here, garbage. This guy's dog shit, and I think he gives up 4 at least. So I'm trying to find the first 5 team total. The 2.5 for the Mets, minus 135. I don't mind it. I'm going to try to get a 3.5, see if I could get plus 120, something like that. This guy gives up the long ball like you can't believe. Go through his minor league stats. It's crazy. And, his control's decent. His stuff isn't overwhelming, but this is a tough spot for him. And I think he gets hit in this game. So, yeah, I was just trying to maybe get this 3. I can't even remember a first 5 3.5 or first 5 team total. But try to stay off those. It's kind of like full game 5.5s. Jose, unless I really, really like them, they bit me in the ass at times. But what they just have, there's just some bets, man, that you can't do. Yeah. So I'm going to look for that. I think Tanner Gordon at least gets hit in this game. And I'm also look for Martinez. Pete Alonso's finally waking up. This guy, he's too good. He's going to hit a lot of home runs, obviously, and strike out a ton. But him, especially even Martinez, if I can get their RBI, I think I get plus 140. I'm going to be on that as well. So I'll let you know here at the end. If I can get this 3.5 or make it a 3, whatever, I'll tell you, okay?
Cool. Sounds good. We have some plays of the day rolling in. Let's start off with a favorite.
Beautiful.
Grandma is wearing your sister's panties. Play of the day.
From Mike. So weird. Why, Mike? You sick? Fuck.
She's just, a stubborn gal. She's a stubborn gal.
Does that thong say champ, or what's it say on there?
It might be, yeah. It might say champ, yeah. It might be champ like you're champing at the bit.
Champing at the bit.
Yeah, but shout out to Mike M. Your grandma's wearing your sister's panties. Play of the day. It's the Phillies. I'm assuming minus 1.5. I don't know what that means over 1.5 runs, but I'm assuming minus 1.5. Oh, there it is. Minus 1.5 and under 8.5 at plus 280. So yeah, shout out to you. Mikey money. You know, you're not interested in that, Connor? That graphic didn't interest you immediately?
No, but I get it. For Mike's a strange guy. Strange
shout out to Mike.
play of the day.
You
I wonder
like
if he
what you
wrote
like.
all these down. You know, he's like, "What should I do? Grandma wearing your sister's panties." I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, Mikey, so you have to take us inside the mind of Mike to get us how you got there. I've been shout out to my dude, my motherfucking dude, play of the day, Cleveland, team total over 3.5, -111. My dude. Shout out to my dude. Again, I will say, Connor, I love a commenter with bits. Love a commenter with bits. And anytime my dude says my dude in his comments, gets me going. I'm not going to lie. I like it. So shout out to you, my dude. A lot of love for the Mets here. I saw a lot of Mets -1.5 love here. So I respect it. I'll stay off, though. Connor, anything official? Well, you said you're going to move on a team total, perhaps.
Yeah, and I see that. So I'm going to see if I can mess around or just get it. I do see that Vitalis, the 2.5 -135 with Bovada. Yeah, someone put in there too. Is that at home? I was looking at it last night, but when you go through everything, they did have some solid numbers off Manaea. I just don't know how much that was in Coors. But yeah, maybe the Rockies can get some runs here off him. You know, he's a guy I've never been able to trust at all. And I think he's pitched way over his head this year, and good for him.
He has, and yeah, you're right. Shout out to him. Coin Nimmo has been on fire. I hear Mets fans just saying that he should be an all-star all the time. So yeah, Coin, I agree with you there. All right, let's go to our next game. Miami versus the Reds here. Yanni Chirinos, Carson Spears in this game. This was another easy pass game for me. Two teams that I find difficult to trust. And by two teams, it's really more of the Reds, because I don't want to back the Marlins typically ever. But the Reds are just not a team that I have enough faith in to get the job done here. And this is a kind of a good taste test for the Reds. Like, they should handle these Marlins here, and maybe if they can get a sweep here, that'd be very beneficial for them. Because I don't know, Billy, I don't know if you're still around, because unfortunately the Cubs are no longer in sole possession of last place, Billy. So this is very scary, because we can't call them the last place Chicago Cubs anymore, I should say, instead of New York Mets. I should call them the Chicago Cubs. But yeah, so we need the Cubs to have sole possession so we can laugh at them. But the Reds are right down there with them. I don't trust either team. But Kong's Clips likes the Reds team total. Oh, well, he likes the Reds so much, Con. He likes Reds team total over 47.5. So I think
that's it. All right.
Kong's thinks the Reds are gonna whoop their ass tonight. On the other side of the spectrum, Jesus Sanchez over 1.5 bases for our guy Stacks. Stacks play today. Let's fucking run that shit again.
Stacks, 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 stacks.
All right, shout out to you, Stacks play of the day. And yes, by the way, shout out to Swig, who has the pleasure and the torture, I'm sure sometimes, of collecting all of these plays of the day. And if you want your action tracked on Pub Sports Radio, you guys can go to the website right now and you guys can see your action as well. You can see the winners and losers of the day and all that stuff. But just put POD in the play of the day or whatever plays you want tracked, and our guy Swig collects them. So shout out to you, Swiggy. Appreciate your efforts there. Connor, any action on this game here? I'll mention the market actually real quick. 87% of the bets, 93% of the money on the Reds here, and total pretty split actually. 56% of the bets, 62% of the money on the over.
Yeah, all money on the Reds. I think if you like them, which I kind of do, it's going that way. This is getting out to -175. The Reds in certain spots have come through even I bet them a couple of times. I was, when the bats are rolling, they're hot. Like, when they just played the Rockies, this team scores over 5-6 runs. Now we're talking. Someone put Hines, is how the kid. Yeah, I mean, Benson, Fraley, Slater, Stevenson, they're healthy. Steer, this lineup's good. Elliott Cruz, India's finally got going. He was pretty awful to start the year in this one. I just can't trust the Marlins. I don't want them at all. I haven't took them in over a week. They had a little run there. I was taking them as a dog, but the bats just aren't there. Carson Spears, he's been all right. I haven't seen enough of him. You know what I mean? His last start, he gave up 4, but other than that, he's been decent. And what do we get from Chirinos in this game here, Jose? This is his first start, or no, second? Oh, he's had a few.
Yeah, no,
my bad. He's had a few.
He's had a couple. But this will be his 5th start, so it's still small.
Yeah, he's a guy though. When he was with Tampa, that I always liked to pencil in for the 5 or 6 innings. Just the innings eater. Just a pro pitcher. And it's shown. And look at all of his starts. He's going 5. He gives up 3. 3. He gives up 2. At Kansas City, he went 5. He gave up 1. So, just not enough for me. I get the Reds love. The bats are hot, but I'm off. Yeah, this under is a little bit intriguing. It's always. Yeah,
it's not many times we see the under get bet with 40% of the money now. That does not happen recently. So it's always interesting when it does.
Well, and the last series, I liked one. The other one just got over. It was like 9-1, and I was like, I would have lost that. But the game before that, Reds won 6-0. I love that under, and I wish I had jumped all over it. Maybe this is a similar game. Marlins score 2 or less. Even look to their team total under. But I always worry those late runs with these teams. Kill your under. I gotta really, really love it.
Yeah, and I don't know what to make of the Marlins also being like, you know what, fuck this. We need to get out of this. Let's just get into the All-Star break. Yeah, we got a couple days, and let's just go back home to Miami. So, yeah, I mean, I'm off, but it's very interesting to see what happens with this Reds team here. Moving on, I don't think I have a pitcher in this game yet. Still, Pirates, White Sox. Our guy Bailey Falter just said, no more. I'm tired of pitching after Paul Skeens. I'm fucking fed up, and I'm done here. Yeah, I mean, the record with going after Paul Skeens was quite hilarious, I saw. But I don't think I still have a pitcher here for the Pirates. So I think I'm just going to end up just passing, obviously, and moving on. Crochet, very good. I mean, whoever the Pirates put out there, I'm assuming they'll be underdogs here, and we don't get the White Sox as favorites much. Just how much of a favorite will they be is the question. Will it be like minus 140, minus 150? Who knows? But I stay off. The Pirates record the days after Skeens pitch is horrific, and I was so pissed off yesterday to lose that bet. I had Brewers money line yesterday. And I knew, I was like, Paul Skeens is going to go 6-7 inning shutout. And then from then on, I just need the bullpen to fail. And those motherfuckers wriggled out of the trouble. And it was so.
Yeah, well, they have 2 on in the 8th. No out.
Yeah, bases loaded. Yeah, they bases loaded at 1.2 and just nothing, just escaped. So I was pretty pissed off. But, I mean, it was a good bet still, nonetheless, honestly. But, yeah, I'm not going to do anything in this game. I'll just stay off. But Crochet, good luck, my man, because everyone in the league, and anyone that needs pitching, the first name on their lips is Garrett Crochet. And I have a feeling he is going to disappoint a lot of people in the second half.
Yeah, and then especially if they trade him, and he goes somewhere. I think he's got pretty good stuff, though. Yeah, I think he's going to wear down as well. He's solid. So what in this game, obviously you talked about it, Jones is out, Falter is gone. So Marco Gonzalez is starting here?
Is that who you have?
I know there's a lot of question marks, but that's everything that I've seen.
Wow, I guess it is. It's a good option, I guess. So Marco Gonzalez assumed on the mound, Connor. What do you think?
Well, yeah, we know him a long, long time. It's still undecided, so I don't know. I just have a few spots. He hasn't pitched since April, and I don't even remember him throwing those first few weeks. That's how far. And when he was in with the Mariners, was very good like 4 or 5 years ago. I could back, and every once in a while he got crushed. He had that bad 2022 year. But Crochet, this is a good one. I'm sure Sharpie, who mentioned it in the beginning, Kongs as well, his strikeout prop.
Yep.
I wonder though, because Sharpie always mentions it, I don't know this season as much is how if the Pirates are striking out a ton, because at times they haven't. This is every year is a thing. So maybe that's a slam dunk play, and they've been K'ing a ton. And I get it. I think Marco Gonzalez could pitch well. Both these teams, they can't hit a lick. I don't really, I love my guy Brian Reynolds. Hayes hasn't been great. I don't love these teams. They both are bottom of the barrel against lefties, or down there all year long. So if Gonzalez is in, I was thinking under in this game, even first 5 under 4. So I was just waiting though on that because we don't still have the news. You know what I saw? I'm trying to get. Well, all these sites have it, but they don't have it up even yet. Is my Stat Fox, my umpire thing? That place went under. It's no longer. So now it's like Action. They never have their shit up. Swish, all these fucking places. Losers. I can't get my.
Oh yeah, umpire data is hard to come by.
That's why I love that Stat Fox. They always had it on the money.
Yeah, I respect the umpire data as well. The only place, and I didn't even know about Stat Fox honestly, but the only place that I've seen with umpire data is just reference, just looking at splits with the umpires.
Yeah, you can go off that.
So that's the only thing I do, but I unfortunately don't get that deep, I guess. But no action here for me. I'm staying off. And by the way, Billy, I obviously this is Crochet's 4th season, and really his 2nd season being a pitcher here, and yeah, he hasn't had any issues yet with fatigue, but 6 innings pitched, 54 innings pitched, 12 innings pitched. This year, 105 innings pitched. I mean, I just think he's just going to wear down. I just think there's never been here before, And we'll see. I mean, let me look at just curiosity-wise. I'd like to see his minor league stats if I can have them, but I don't know if I can pull them up quickly. So I'll just move on. But yeah, we'll see. It's obviously just a prediction, Billy. But
let me hit our guy Ramon Scott. That's true, but I'd have him by here shortly and have him right away. Like these mornings, I never really have him anyways. But they just be prompt. I love that site. They gave the best info. That's all I was trying to get at.
No. And by the way, TJ, their record after Skeen's pitching is shit. Very bad. I don't know what it is off top, but it was just horrific. And you could blame that on Bailey Falter. So this is going to be very interesting.
What's our guy in here? You wanted? I'll give it out. I'll give it out later. The best bet he had put in the chat.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to watch how Crochet and Hicks and those pitchers will do in the second half of the season, because I think they start to fall off a little bit, but it's all predictions, so we'll find out. I'm excited to watch it at the very least. Texas Bowl, Rangers Astros. Dabby Cab called this the Rangers' last stand. They can't squeeze out a series win here. They're donezo. And when you're in a must-win series and your first pitcher out of the dugout is Andrew Heaney, that does not inspire confidence. I think the Rangers are donezo. They're going to be sellers. I'm sure they're just more excited about the All-Star break. It's going to be interesting. And, I'm going to end up betting Adolis Garcia to win the home run derby just because I'm there. But I wanted nothing to do with the Rangers, nothing to do with Andrew Heaney. I respect him enough, but no. 104 weighted runs created plus for the Astros, by the way, this month. Or should I say since the 15th to the 12th. So, short, sweet, and simple. I just had no interest in trying to back the Rangers here. And the market in this game, 83% of the bets, 89% of the money on the Rangers, on the Astros. And this this line has moved down a bit on BetOnline. Opened up at minus 145, now minus 137 for the Houston Astros. That does make it seem like the Rangers have a shot. Total in this game, 95% of the bets, 90% of the money on the over. We've gone from an 8.5 to an 8. Interesting enough. Reverse line movement on both sides, Connor. What do you think?
Yeah, this is one that I think the Rangers could be live. It's just you have to back Andrew Heaney, who's been good. The record's dog shit. He's been solid as of late. When I watch him pitch, man, I just am like, he's so crafty. He gets out of it. Other times you could just get tattooed. It's nightmares of watching him too over the years. And this has come down. This game could be tight. Hunter Brown pitches well, but I don't know if I buy it. But I think he does. After that last game, he got drilled. He gave up 7 runs, right? At Minnesota,
I
that
think
last
this
start.
Is a bounce back. Yeah, for sure.
I think it's a bounce back as well. God, I wish I had an 8.5 because I do like this under in this one. Shout out to Mike. I'm going to be on it. And really, those 3 guys just own his ass. Altuve, Bregman, Alvarez. Just rip Heaney's ass. Look at the numbers. And I love it. After a day of sitting, that RBI, I love that RBI there with Mikey. I think I'm going to have to join you, especially at plus 160. But it's telling me this game's going to be low scoring with some of these props that I've already looked at. I don't know if he's going to be in. I mean, I think so. He sat out yesterday, but if he's in,
I'll be honest. I don't think he plays.
Yeah, okay.
I would be surprised if he played another game before the All-Star break. I think
that might be true.
Series.
That might be true. So we'll have to wait. But Bregman cashed for me yesterday. I go right back to him, or look to Diaz. But yeah, I'm liking this under. I'm gonna see if I can get the best number. I'll let you know and move on it. I really wish I had 8.5.
Man, that you're right. I think that market move does make it interesting. It does make it interesting. I mean, Mikey's already put Jordan Ribeye in the chat. I just don't think that he plays today. I'd be pretty surprised if he played. I mean, he had like a hip thing. I mean, why risk it? He's your best player by far. I know you need all these games you can get because you just had a shit start, but like, I mean, I don't know. I'd be surprised. So it'd be fun.
And we'll hit it up. Our dude LJ put it in earlier. He's on the first 5 over, and the record's pretty wild. Whatever the last 20 home games he put. It's like 17-4, first 5
LJ,
over.
Put it again because I must have missed it, LJ. Put it in.
I saw him put it in earlier, but yeah, I saw it. Just throwing it out.
Yeah. And by the way, Ramon is Skeens official for the All-Star game starter? Because I was hoping he would be. I mean, but I hope that it becomes.
He should be at this point, right?
I mean, the issue is obviously sample size, and it's the manager's decision. How'd
you feel about the no-hitter yesterday? Real quick. Hit me up.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're the Pirates, to pull his ass. Pull his fucking ass.
I agree.
Do not, and I don't know how many pitches he ended up throwing. I saw that he went over 100 pitches the other day as well. But pull his fucking ass and just get him through this year healthy. That is your main goal. Doesn't matter. Him pitching great is just a fucking big-ass cherry on top. Just get him through the season healthy and let him pitch. That's all that matters. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how I'm going to be, because obviously Dabby Cab and myself, and again, I'll say this 1,000 more times this weekend, Dabby Cab and myself will be in the area. Arlington will be hanging out All-Star game week. It's not really even on a weekend. It's a Monday, Tuesday, Sunday kind of thing, but we'll be there. It'll be a lot of fun. So if you guys are in the area, obviously come on down. We'll be hanging out, especially during the home run derby. We'll be outside the stadium, interviewing people, all that good stuff. I am considering going to the All-Star game. It is a very expensive ticket, but I am considering going. But yeah, Paul Skeens should be the NL starter. And Connor, if it was in my perfect world, the AL starter would be Mason Miller.
Put him out there right away.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah. And yes, I guess there you go. Breaking news by Ramon Scott. Torey Lovello said that it's Skeens. Thank God. Thank God. That is great for baseball. You're
a big Skeens fan?
Well, I don't really care. Personally.
We'll hear about Billy. He says issues Livy Dunn. Obviously, there's no problem going on right now.
What's the issue? There's no. It's just he is supremely popular, and I am just all about baseball becoming more popular in any way. So let him go out there and showcase his shit. He is going to be the first player ever, I'm sure, within the year of him being drafted to start in the All-Star game. So it's going to be great. Now, he's not going to win shit for this year. So this is as best he's going to get. He's not going to win he's not going to win a Cy Young, for example.
Well, what if he dominates? What if he just I know he missed. Yeah. I mean, someone put it in the chat. So what did he miss? He has 11 starts. What are most guys at every start? 16?
Yeah.
Probably when he came in.
That's just so many innings. It's just, it sounds like a little bit, but it's just so many innings, Like, for example, if we're gonna take this diatribe real quick, and we might as well, right? He has thrown let me see here. Where are you? 66 and a third innings. I mean, just 66 good innings is great. Yeah, sure. But like, that's just not that many, and off the top of my head right now, I can't think of who would start the NL for the NL. I guess Ranger Suarez. We'll just use him because, he's pitching today and he pitched great. He has thrown 108 innings so far. So it's just, so many more. And, you could say Ranger, you could say Chris Sale for the NL, but I am all a part of the put Skeens out there and let him eat. So
yeah, why not? I think that's the move for baseball.
Agreed. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to watch that. And plus, I mean, he's throwing chundos naturally. He's gonna be hyped up, and he's gonna go after again. I don't even know who the 1, 2, 3 for the fucking AL is right now, but he's gonna go after those guys throwing 102 and throwing a splinker that throws 95 and moves fucking across the way. So it's going to be a fun game. But shout out to Paul Skeens. Sorry that we got sidetracked there, chat, but it's going to be fun to
now you got Livy Dunn, number 2.
Of course. She's going to be there. Talk. So over under 1.5 shows on camera. She'll be shown over 1.5 times there. Go ahead and lock that in there.
Bet it.
Bet that shit. Okay, let's move on. I have the Rangers written down now as a potential bet here as well now. So
okay,
let's move on. Nationals, Brewers, Jackson Rutledge. When I saw Jay Rutledge, for you Red Sox fans out there, I was like, oh wow, did Josh Rutledge become a pitcher and revive his career? Excuse me, no, it's just Jackson Rutledge here. First round pick for the Nationals in 2019 out of San Jacinto College North. That is interesting. Shout out to you San Jacinto natives out there. Our guy Jackson here, he's faced. He's pitched in the majors already, I should say. This is not his first rodeo, but it was only 1 inning of 2-hit, 1 earned run ball here to get his feet wet, and it was against the White Sox at home. Now, first start, it's going to be interesting to see how he does here against Freddie Peralta, who we all know very good, et cetera, et cetera. Jackson is the Nationals' 20th ranked prospect in their system. Do I really want to back him in his first start? No. Do I think the Brewers are worth a minus 200 price here? Not really, because I think this Nationals team is pretty solid, as you guys have heard me talk about. They just cannot fucking hit. They just cannot hit at all. 95% of the bets, 97% of the money on the over. Truthfully, I lean under just because I think the Nationals could get shut down here by Freddie. But no action here. I will give you guys the odds for the money line market here. 92% of the bets, 99% of the money on the Brewers. And this is actually moved up from minus 210 to like minus 250. Sheesh. Yeah. Here, another Calmo win, Troy. What do you think here, Connor?
Yeah, I just when I see these prices always with the Nats, I'm interested, but I think the Brewers, after getting shut out yesterday, are just going to tattoo This kid, we know this when we back them. Bad righties, they hit even better. That's this Brewers team. Jackson Rutledge hasn't been good. Another problem, a guy that I hate pitchers that walk people. When you walk 4 and strike out 4 consistently, walk 3, strike out 2, can't do it. You're not going to succeed in the bigs. Maybe he does down the line. I just think this is a rough start. So I put down Brewers. I like the full game team totals 4.5. This is just bet online -140, but first 5 to 2.5 -115. That was a look for me in this game.
Yeah. You know what, Connor? I think I'm going to join you here. I was going to move on a team total here. I was looking at it, but you just said the -140. But I'll take 2.5. So Milwaukee Brewers first 5, team total over 2.5 here. I mean, like you said, bet online is -115. -115. Wow, that's good. Some good trivia here by Ramon Scott. He's giving us Skeens, the first All-Star starter from the Pirates since Jerry Royce.
Jerry Royce.
Royce,
my guy, great Dodger pitcher as well. Up here, yes.
1975. And he's the 5th starter to start, or I should say 5th rookie to start the All-Star game. 2 Dodgers in there as well.
Who are the other? Nomo Mount, yeah. The Bird. Wow, Stenhouse. Shout out to Ramon Scott, trivia. Man.
Yeah, and by the way, Nationals team total 2.5 is my dude saying there. That's nice. Very interesting that the Dodgers have 2 of those in there.
Hey, come on.
But people forget. Hideo Nomo, Boston Red Sox. People forget.
Nobody remembers that.
People forget.
They just remember the Dodgers.
Yeah. Truthfully, my Japanese pitcher growing up, my guy, Daisuke. I jumped a barbed wire fence to get a home run ball that he gave up. In like 5th grade or whatever, and it was fun. I ripped a lovely pair of sweatpants doing it as well.
At Fenway?
No, he was my rehabbing. It was in
minor league start.
Yeah, he was trash too. At that point, he was horrible already. So it was great. But let's move on. Shout out to Daisuke, my guy. Cubs versus the Cardinals here. Kyle Hendricks, who I've shit on basically all year, and I've had a negative opinion on, and he has been solid. By the way, Hideo Nomo, 2001 in Boston Red Sox there, 13-10 record. But Hendricks, I don't know. I've gone back and forth. He shoved it up my ass in his first start, 5 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run. 7 innings, 2 hits, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Then he saw the Brewers, got crushed. 3 2/3, 7 earned runs. And then the last start against the Angels, 2 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs there. He was removed in that Angel start due to lower back tightness. And that is going to be a concern here. I mean, -180, I probably just a little aggressive, and I won't be able to move on that. Truthfully, 81% of the bets and 84% of the money on the Cardinals here, unsurprisingly. And this this money line market opened up at -180. It is now up to -192, and we will probably see some -200s going forward. So maybe we'll have a lot of cows grazing for Troy Torrance here today. Maybe 61% of the bets and 60% of the money on the over in this game. We've gone from 8 -115, and we are still there now. So not much action. Not much movement on this game. And let's talk about Sonny Gray, who was supposed to pitch yesterday, but they moved him back here to today. It was a little annoying for those of us and had action, but 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs against my Nationals last time out, and they cannot hit. So, he's had back-to-back rough starts. The one before that National start was 4 1/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 of them earned. But it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in this game. I probably stay off And Hendricks, Billy Friedrich saying Hendricks has better numbers versus the Cards roster than Gray Dubs versus the Cubs. Cubs are raking right now. Yeah, again, Billy, I don't know if you heard this earlier, but Cubs no longer in sole possession of last place. So for your sake, Billy, you need them to lose here. But they're, on a 4-game winning streak. We'll probably just end up staying off this game. And yeah, if I had to make a bet on this game, it'd probably just be a Cubs first 5, as we know that in the first 7 innings, the Cubs are very, very good. So no action here for me, though. Connor, what do you think?
That's what I like. I don't want to go full game with their bullpen. They've been a little bit better of late. This plus price has got me interested. I haven't bet the Cubs. It seems like I can't remember, Jose, but the bats have perked up a little bit. You saw Dansby Swanson has done shit, home run last night. And Hendricks, those numbers off these Cardinals are good. Yeah, he's got hit a little bit, but the averages aren't crazy. Arenado has 5 homers. They've seen him so much, and when you go through his starts, just year after year, when I was going through them, they're just good. Okay, he's got ripped once. All of them are like 6 innings, he gives up 1. 6 innings, he gives up 2. Sonny Gray, what's happened to him a little bit lately? Was on fire. He's got hit a little bit. Curveball ain't breaking, and when it doesn't, it's cracked. So yeah, Cubs here. I haven't pulled the trigger, and maybe there's some runs. I don't blame you guys. Hendricks, though, is turning it around. Watching him now, it's like his ball dances. If it doesn't, it just hangs in that zone, and they could get ripped. So I haven't moved on it, but I get the Cubs. I like it.
Fair enough. Let's keep it rolling here. And Lucas Ryan, shout out to you, Lucas. Nice to see you in the chat. He'll be at this game. Lucas, miss you, my man. Nice to see you in the chat here. And he's saying it's sticky in St. Louis here. So
yeah, what is it? 90? Nice and hot. What is it? Oh, 80, 83. Slight wind blowing out the left.
That sounds like a lovely day of baseball, Lucas. I'm jealous. I'll tell you that. All right, few more games left in the Major League Baseball League. Let's talk about Seattle Mariners versus Los Angeles Angels. Brian Wu versus Tyler Anderson. Brian Wu, not good. I mean, and I'm not even talking about his performances, because his performances on the field have been great, but just every time I look and see Brian Wu, he's hurt again. His arm. Last time it was his hamstring. I don't know. I mean, damn. It's tough. Oh, and Lucas, I didn't know that I had an extra Cardinals ticket whenever I want one, Lucas. Okay. I'll keep that note, Lucas. I'll keep that note. Thank you, Lucas. I don't know. And by the way, yeah.
Wow,
people are asking,
damn, Lucas.
Yeah,
fade me like that.
Connor. Yeah, fuck Connor, Lucas.
Damn.
I got it.
It's cold, man. I see how it is, brother. Wow. Damn.
But yeah, Cody Bellinger's going to be out of the lineup. He broke his finger. I think he's already on the IL. But that's hilarious. This game was another pass for me, Connor, but I wanted to fade Brian Wu, honestly. He had some arm injuries. He kept pitching through him. I respected it. And then his hamstring kind of gave way, and it gave his arm time to rest, which I think is going to be very beneficial for him. So I think I'll stay off of this game, and if he starts wearing down again, that's probably when I will fade him. And our guy, Tyler Anderson, is coming off of 8 shutout innings against the Chicago Cubs. 3 hits, 10 Ks there, no walks. Best start of the season. I mean, it's not a complete game, but goddamn, it is close to it. So I just have nothing on this game, want nothing to do with it. And Connor, don't you worry, a steak dinner waiting for you from Lucas Ryan. How lovely, a steak dinner for you, Connor. Market in this game, 81% of the bets, 84% of the money on the Cardinals, I said the Cardinals. They're actually talking about the Mariners, 86% of the bets and 94% of the money on the Mariners. 71% of the bets, 72% of the money on the Mariners, or on the over, excuse me. So what do you think here, Connor?
Yeah, this is over, but I don't buy it. And there's just one spot, unless I got to refresh it. DraftKings has 8.5. Most places have. Oh, there's a couple. Or Heritage. When I was going through this, I kind of like the under here, but I hate Anderson's off his best start all year long. And the Mariners bats come to play. I didn't bet. I saw you were on it, Jose, that under in the Braves game.
Yep.
That under I didn't take. I was kicking myself, but I did take that Mariners, the first 5 team total over 2.5, and just I don't know what they have. 8 runs in the first 5. So, but one thing with them, all year long they've been the shits against lefties. Dead last. This Mariners team, it seems like after they're going to score 11 runs, they're going to put up, a 2 spot. So the under was first thing I wrote down here last night. Woo, Anderson, under. Can Anderson just not, he's not going to be spectacular, probably his best start, but I think he could be decent here. So that, I don't love how it's going. It is nice weather here, 80, wind blowing out. But this was a game, the under I have searched. And I kind of like the Angels as well. Plus 125, home dog. First 5, never take them full game. Even though they've been better, like a week ago, they won some games late. I'm sure Mike will bring it up. One of these games they ended up winning. He'll remind me of it if he's still in the chat. But
yeah, by the way, shout out to Wine Time giving out his plays of the day right here. And Al Cervic doing the Lord's work. 20 days till the Hall of Fame game. 20 days. Do I give a fuck about the Hall of Fame game? No. But I respect it, Al. Football is on the horizon. Connor, I'll leave you with a college football morsel that you can chew on before the end of the program here. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it here. Braves, Padres, Spencer Schwellenbach versus Randy Vasquez. And someone asked me to list off the top under teams for this year so far still. And it is still the Atlanta Braves, 33-56 to the under. Chicago Cubs, 40-53. Houston Astros, 38-53 there. So, I mean, honestly, it just feels like we should just take the under with the Braves almost every game. It's just hilarious to watch their offense continue to struggle. But Randy Vasquez is a scary one to do. Spencer Schwellenbach is also kind of scary. His underlying metric, his pitching plus, is pretty good. He can locate he can locate his pitches, 108 location plus. But I don't know. It's just a worrisome proposition here to try to fade or back the Padres here. I've had no feel over the Padres, it seems like, all year. 76% of the bets, 81% of the money on the over in this game. We went from an 8.5 minus 115. Now we're seeing 8 minus 120 to the over and 8.5 minus 120 to the under. And for the money line market here, sharp action on the Padres. 28% of the bets, but 56% of the money on the Padres here, and 10 cents of movement towards them as a result. What do you think, Connor?
I think, I really don't want to back the Padres. Losers of 4 straight. Haven't looked good. Vasquez has been pretty good this year. I think he's pitched. We'll see how he goes during the second half. Let's get to Schwellenbach here, the Nebraska kid. They rushed him. This kid's got great shit, though. You know what I mean? And he ripped through the minors just all this year, which injuries, he basically had to come up to start. I forget when I had him. Maybe it was that Red Sox game, Jose, because I was like, and he just got his ass lit up. I'm not for sure. Maybe it was the Cardinals. His last start against the Phillies was better. We saw some of this. I mentioned like Gavin Stone. I mean, he was fucking got his tits lit up last year.
That's your guy too.
My guy. He's been better this year. He's another guy, innings, that we'll see. But Schwellenbach, I mean, they gave this guy a ton of money too. Like over $1 million signing bonus. This is I think he's got pretty good stuff. I can't take the under. It's probably under again, but I just can't take it. I gotta be off here. Pass.
Fair enough. I'm going to stay off this game, too, though I do like the Padres. It does seem like a Padres spot based off the market. The chat agreeing as well. So let's keep it rolling here and move on to our final 2 games of the day. Arizona Diamondbacks, Blue Jays here. Connor, I don't know about you. I've actually come around on this. I think I want to go back to the time when NL and AL teams didn't play and we just had an early week or two. Because this is such a fucking weird matchup to me in my head. Like, these teams are so weird. We remember the Dalton Varsho trade, and it seems like the Diamondbacks obviously have won that running away. But I'll tell you, I think Yariel Rodriguez is going to be a bet-on pitcher, and I think he's solid. I trusted him in the beginning of the season. He had an injury. He came back, pitched like shit, and then has, found it. Found it again. 6 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, 6 2/3, 2 hits, 1 earned run. Yeah, I like the guy, and I think I want to back him here. It's just the issue every time. And we're going to hear this a lot in the second half. The issue backing the Toronto Blue Jays is this offense. So, I mean, honestly, and we've talked about how bad the Diamondbacks offense can be. Why am I not on an under here, Connor Mack? I would love to hear your thoughts on that.
That last night I was looking. I don't know, though. I couldn't bet this game here. The under, that you're looking at, Jose. Because I looked at this 9. He's so bad at home. Have you seen it? Like, dating back to last year, go through every one of his home starts, and they're just horrific. He had a over 8 ERA last year and over 6.6 this year at home. It's like he just gets hit hard. He's been better of late. That National start at home, but he just hasn't been good. Oh, that was on the road. Sorry, Minnesota 6, Detroit 8, San Diego 4. These and last year they were horrible. Like, he can't be back.
You want to hear what his career home road splits are?
Hit it.
Career 102 innings pitched at home, 7.06 ERA. On the road, 140 innings pitched, 3.41.
3.4. Yeah.
Like, respectable, like usable on the road. Throw him the fuck out at home.
I get Blue Jays. Dude, Rodriguez, this guy just off the streets, 27 years old, So I get it. Big win for the Blue Jays. This team still sucks. They're not going anywhere. But I get first 5. Why don't you want to take a look at them, or even team total?
Oh, man, I'm looking at both markets right now. First 5 market has not moved. It's minus 130.
Yeah, not full game.
In that way.
Like, real quick, Mally, I don't want that bullpen. Both these bullpens, but Blue Jays just been wow.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I hate the Blue Jays bullpen. I'm right there with you. It's at least fresh, but Chad Green is the guy that I trust the most, and he threw 21 pitches yesterday, and he's not going to go again, I assume, here today. All right, I'll move on. Blue Jays first 5. Here, Blue Jays first 5 is a plus 110 for me here. So let's ride and again, we've talked about these first 5 team totals, Connor. I think this is just a prime spot for it here, honestly, with Ryan Nelson. 2.5 plus 125. I mean, come on. All right, so I'm going to double up there. And let's pray to God we can get a good good offensive performance from the Blue Jays here.
The Jays get 3. Man.
By the way,
that's a nice number. 125.
Jays against righties last month, 108 weighted runs created plus, 13th best.
Vladdy.
So I'll have faith. I have faith here. It's going to be interesting to see how it works. But first 5, team total over. Let's ride.
Even George Springer, real quick. These guys just suck or horrible. He's coming around. Was he going to be that bad all year? Hitting like 160.
He needs to get that trade value up.
Ding, ding, ding. Nailed it. But finally, these guys, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate. For example, if the Yankees got George Springer, that would be such a good move for the Yankees. Get another adult that's actually won World Series in your locker room. because you're currently being led by a guy that's never won anything big in his life and is just a loser in general. And you're being led on the other side of with the pitching by another loser who can't pitch against his biggest rival. So, yeah, I mean, that'd be a good move for him, but I don't know. Let's go to our last game here, Connor. Minnesota, San Francisco. And a name I feel like I have not seen in quite some time, our guy, Kyle Harrison. Kyle Harrison back in our lives here. I don't know. I just feel like I haven't seen him pitch in like ages now. And he's been quietly pitching, I should say. Well, his return last time out, he pitched for the first time since the last month on the 10th. 3 1/3, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, strikeout. Sorry, a home run, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Excuse me. I just need him to keep pitching, I guess, and let him get his feet under him. So I don't want to back him so soon off the IL, especially because he pitched poorly off the IL. Maybe he'll come out here and pitch well against a Twins team against lefties in the last few weeks. 177 weighted runs created plus against lefties. So it's tough to deal with here. And then full season against lefties, let me tell you right now, they are second best, 126 weighted runs created plus. So it's a tough second start. I don't want to back them. 77% of the bets, 76% of the money on the over in this game, and on the Twins on this game, and then 92% of the bets and 87% of the money on the over. Total in this game went from 7.5 minus 115, and it really has not moved much. Connor, our last game on the board, what do you think?
Oh, it doesn't matter. DC, we'll get whatever. Yeah, ribeye as always. That's the best steak, period, I think. But New York's all right as well. But shout out to my dude. Appreciate it. There you go. There's the LJ stat.
Oh, there we are. Thank you, LJ. I needed this earlier. Rangers first 5 over 4 minus 120, 19-5 over the last 24 games, and that aligns with our pig cheese play of the day, the alt over in that game. Shout out to you both.
Yeah, I just don't want anything in this game at all. You know, the Giants have scored some runs. They've been better against lefties, right, all year. Do you have the last 2 weeks real quick?
Yeah, the Giants against lefties or against righties, excuse me.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now, over the last 2 weeks, so just in the month of July, the Giants against righties are 17th, exactly 100 weighted runs created plus.
Okay. Yeah, and the Giants pitching is what's got you think of that, and at home, that's what good pitching. It hasn't been there, and then it makes them have to score runs, and they can't at times.
Yep.
It's just the drizzling shits. Twins hit lefties. I don't blame it here. This number's a little bit high. I don't really like the Twins full game, but maybe their team total in this one. Kyle Harrison just hasn't been good of late, and it's hard to go against those Twins numbers versus lefties all year long, you know?
Yeah, and the line's gone up. It's almost Twins minus 140 now. Twins smoking lefties. BJ likes them.
Yeah,
Connor,
let's move up a little bit.
I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna ride the first 5-team total bus yet again.
Yeah, I'm on them too. I like
first 5-team total over 2.5 here, and you're getting a plus 115. 115.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So it's going to be very interesting. So I'm on there with you, BJ. Let's get 3 quick runs and let's get out of here with it. So it's going to be fun. All right. Wow.
60.
Beautiful work here. Connor Mack picks. Again, I thank you for joining me as always here when we do these programs. Let us recap our action here. And I need to actually be an active listener and write down your plays here, Connor. So I will let you go first here. I only have one, and I'm excited to hear the rest.
I'll give you 2, like the Mets. I'll get off right off the bat. The 3.5. I'll write you later how I get that, because I already like the 2.5 to minus 135, but I'm gonna try to get a 3.5 and split it, or just maybe go with the 3.5 in that one. And let me get this best number here. I'm moving on if we can get an 8.5. I don't know if this is stale, the Heritage line. I'd have to re-click, but I'll take this. This was an hour and a half ago. Hold on. I want this 8.5 under Mariners Angels. Let me just make sure it is not a stale line. Real fast.
Do it. Brahma B, I'm on Twins first 5 team total over.
Oh shit, I'll be right back. My thing's not plugged in, Jose. Oh
boy.
Fucking.
Oh no. Let's get him spun here. All right, I'll recap my action here real quick while Connor gets his shit plugged in and such. So I need to go over the Red Sox and the Rangers here again. So I'm going to do that while Connor hopefully comes back, and gives me his action. But those are the only 2 bets that I'm not moved on yet that I'm looking at. But the rest, Dodgers first 5 team total over 4.5 minus 130. A's money line plus 225. A's first 5 team total over 1.5 minus 107. Brewers first 5 team total over 2.5 minus 115. I have the Blue Jays first 5 money line plus 110. Blue Jays first 5 team total over plus 125. And Twins first 5 team total over 2.5 there at plus 115. I also like the Yankees here as well. So that was another bet that I have to go over here again and see if I'm going to move on it or not. So that's my action here. Let's go over the plays in the chat here real quick here. So let's start down below, my dude. And if I've missed your play, let me know, obviously. Put it in the chat again because I want to highlight all these, and these help very much. So my motherfucking dude play of the day, team total over 3.5 minus 111 there. Grandma's wearing your sister's panties play of the day here. And we love to see grandma doing her fucking thing. We love to see it. Grandma needs panties too. And we respect that. And we respect that a lot. Is the over 8.5 and the Phillies minus 1.5. BJ on the Mets minus 1.5. And he also, best bet is on the Twins as well. Full game money line there. Shout out to you. Kong smash. Play of the day, over 7.5 Ks in crochet. Philly money line, plus 107. Shout out to you, Kongs. The pig cheese play of the day for tomorrow is the UFC parlay you see on screen. And it is the alt over 9.5 plus 150 in Rangers Astros there. Pissy Cheerios play of the day, team total over 4.5 plus 115. Subhuman Gaucho gave us an LFA play of the day here with Ilya Barzilia, as I'll call her. Shout out to you there, Subhuman. Ron Crawford, spreadsheet dog on the Dodgers, and our guy Justin McKelvey on the Stacks play of the day on Jesus Sanchez, over 1.5 bases there, plus 112. All right, beautiful. We appreciate that. Connor will join us here shortly. Let's bring on our WNBA expert while Connor is away. I thought we were matching for a second. I thought we both came on repping the dub, but I guess I'm the real WNBA guy here. The one, the only, Billy Brisbane joining the program. Billy, it's nice to see you. Of course, I definitely thought we were both wearing the same hoodie for a second. I got excited for us, but it's nice to see you, Billy.
How's it going, Jose? This is what you call live action here.
Okay.
I am just got to place all these bets real quick, and then.
Oh, well, please do. Please put all those bets. No worry, because we're excited to hear them. We are talking WNBA first. And as you guys see on the screen, we're going to talk a little NBA Summer League as well. These are the first games, I believe, Billy. These are the first games not in the California Classic. So we will talk about them. I will go over rosters. Billy will give you the bets. And it'll be a great time nonetheless. So I can't wait. While Billy puts in those bets and Connor comes back here, let's talk about everyone's favorite WNBA team, the Las Vegas Aces, who at double-digit favorites, Billy. I have watched, and I have seen them falter many a time. And now we see them at a minus 15 against the Atlanta Dream. So that's very interesting. Now I have to recalibrate my systems to WNBA, and let's do that now because this opened up at minus 13, Billy, minus 13, and we're all the way up to 15 now. Some 15 and a half or 14 and a half, excuse me, are available if you fancy. But this line has gone up, interestingly enough. So let's go to our WNBA cash flow here and see if we have any information here. No information on the spread. Classic enough. On the total, no information. They give us nothing. They want us to know nothing in this game. But we do know this line has gone up from the opener of 13, Billy. So I'm very interested to see what you have to say about your favorite team, the Las Vegas Aces, a team that love to fade.
Honestly, it's one of the teams that I actually really do like in the WNBA, but it feels like every time I'm on the program, I'm up here talking about how we're fading the Aces. And tonight we're backing them here. It's been a night and day difference since the return of not Chelsea Gray. Gray in the lineup here. They've gone 8-1 straight up, 7-2 ATS in their first meeting versus the Aces. The Dream won actually 78-74, winning outright as a plus 8.5 underdog. Or I should say home underdog, but that's a entirely different Dream team. They have a long injury list. They've lost 8 out of their last 9 games straight up, 5-10 ATS this season. Vegas did have to travel across 2 different time zones after that camp day game Wednesday afternoon, but they did have yesterday off. Atlanta's defense isn't the worst, but I see the Aces kind of playing into the Atlanta Dream's play style, a kind of a pace down game where the Aces are just more efficient in the half court execution. I'm on the Aces and the under 170 here at minus 105.
Muted. It definitely doesn't seem like you take the Aces much here, Billy. I'm surprised to hear it.
It's an interesting dichotomy because it's one of those ones where like they're just always highly favored in spots. So it's like we never get a chance to bet on the Aces type thing. It's not like they're a bad basketball team or anything like that. It's just when you're it's kind of like the Denver Nuggets a little bit in the NBA, how they're always have inflated lines, or as we saw with the Boston Celtics late in the year, it was just inflated line after inflated line with the Celtics. But I mean, double digits here for the Aces. I wouldn't tell you not to bet the Aces here in this spot, but I think the Aces money line and the under 170, it's under on FanDuel. It is specifically, if you scroll all the way through the tabs, it's under the total parlays, money line / total parlay 2, and it's penciled in there. Las Vegas Aces and the under 170.5 minus 105.
All right, beautiful work there. We will recap Billy's action here, but we will move on to our second game. Billy's actual favorite WNBA team, the Phoenix Mercury versus the Indiana Fever. See, I listen. I know what Billy's favorite team is. Shout out to Diana Taurasi. She's a goon. We all love her. 2.5 point favorites. I was pretty surprised, Billy. I thought this was short. Honestly, I know the Fever have been playing better. And I don't know, Billy, you can let me know about this, but the Fever's coach didn't get fired, and she was the favorite to get fired all the first half of this season because of how bad they were playing. And now they've kind of turned it around, it seems. So that's good for her. No information on the spread for market wide, but we did open up at a 3.5 here, and we're now down to a 2.5 on Bet Online. So very interesting. Total 43% of the bets, but 88% of the money on the over in this game. So you could say bigger bets definitely on that total here. And we will see where it opened up at right now. This opened up at minus 175.5. Welcome back to our friend Connor Mac Picks. Hello, back. Connor.
See Mac
with the pack plugged in. My guy Willie B, man. He's on the team, man. WNBA wizard. All right. let's hit this, Jose. real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead. Give us your MLB action real quick, Connor.
Mariners, Angels, under 8.5, minus 115. And usually I'm taking a little chance to this Angels fucking bullpen. Because the first 5 is 4, minus 120. But I get the extra half run here. I'm taking it. Dodgers, Tigers, first 5 under 4.5, minus 119. There. Rays, first 5 team total, over 2.5, plus 110. I got a 110. And I'm on the Paredes RBI, plus 180. He gets it today. Put a little on the bomb as well. I think it's like plus 550. I'll have to double check it. And this is our guy, Chang. Best bet. Jose, join me with it. Brewers, first 5 team total, over 2.5, minus 115. Brew Crew, get it today after getting shut out yesterday. And then I'll write you the rest here, Jose. The Mets, when I figure that out, I will have that. I just don't know. I'm going to situate to see if I can get a 3.5 and make it a 3. And then we touched on that Rangers, Astros. Alvarez, RBI, that under. Rangers, too. I'll shoot you that. And that's it. I'm kind of interested a little bit on the Twins, as you were talking about at that price. So I'll give you that one as well. And that is it.
Okay.
All right,
Beautiful.
I'll shoot you the rest. And, I'll text them if anyone's got any questions. Just hit me up. Shout out to the chat. I appreciate it. I'll let you get back to work. I'm sorry.
Do you have any WNBA action, Connor?
Oh, come on.
Any
Stop
WNBA,
it.
any summer league action?
Well, yeah, but you don't need me here. You got the man. You don't need me.
Come on, Steve.
We're in
No, I don't have anything right now. So, I mean, if I did, I'd give it to you. But, you don't need me here. I love you guys. Peace.
All right, beautiful. See you soon, Connor, Mac, Picks. Thank you for dropping your NBA action. And my father will appreciate it because I need to write this down to send to Jimmy. So shout out to you, Connor. All right. Billy, the Phoenix Mercury. Go ahead.
Right off the bat, do you want to go player prop or you want to talk about the situation of the game a little bit?
Let's talk situation.
Situation of the game here. It's hard for me to bet on the Mercury games with this Brittany Grinder stuff going on. Like, one of these games she's going to miss, and it's going to fuck up a lot of things on the injury news report for a lot of people. Some people are going to bet like the Mercury, and then Brittany Griner is just going to be randomly ruled out. And it's coming soon. It's very coming soon. Like through the Instagram pictures, it looks like that baby's about to pop out any fucking second. But she's here for this road trip. No Diana Taurasi in the lineup tonight. She's got, I feel like they're just getting her maintenance up for the Olympics. You're going to see that across a couple of these games that we're going to talk about for the WNBA today. She's out for this one. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Sophie Cunningham should come inside the lineup. Everybody's favorite WNBA player. I would say definitely the most attractive one. But the way that the Fever looked on camp day, man, huge red flag. Granted, the final score is 89-84, but huge red flag. You talked about Christy Sykes, the reason why everybody wants her fired. She just randomly – this is the most astonishing thing I've ever seen in WNBA history. Kenny Lou Samuelson started at the power forward position. They got absolutely mollywopped in the first half against the Mystics. And then I guess it was a message to send to Nalissa Smith. And then she starts the second half and they're overcome a 20-point deficit and the game finishes as a 5-point loss. What I'm getting at towards is it feels like they're trying to like stat pad. It's like who can stat pad more for the WNBA Rookie of the Year award this year. I literally watched a game where Tina Charles deliberately fouled Angel Reese at the end of the game and said, "Go ahead, rookie, go get those points. Take your time. You only need one." It was some of the most astonishing things I've ever seen. And Caitlin Clark said, "You want to go double doubles? Bitch, I'll go double doubles better than you." And she's responded 4 straight games with double-double. She's had 11 assists. The last time she hasn't had a double-double was June 27th against Seattle, where she had 7, which is a really hard team to play. When these two teams last played about a week ago, they limited her scoring, but made her a pass first, and she finished a rebound shy of a triple-double and had 12 assists. Her double-double prop is juiced at minus 160 across the market. So the assist prop being at plus money or minus 110 now Just doesn't make sense. How is the double-double minus 160, but the assist props minus 110, plus 100? I'm allocating Clark over 9.5 assists in this one. I think it's by far the best bet of the board on this game, but I'm the over. If you bet the over 175, I would not blame you. This game screams somebody scoring 100 points, and slight lean towards the Fever, but I would bet the over on the 175.5 total. But I'm way too gung-ho about this Caitlin Clark assist prop. I mean, 4 straight games with 11 plus assists. Her and Angel Reese are just going double after it. It just seems like it's there for the taking. I mean, how the fuck is her double prop juiced at minus 160, but the rebound prop? But the assist props even odds.
Yeah, I like that look. You heard Billy. And when he says best bet on the game, you listen. Over 9.5 assists for old Caitlin Clark. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good game. And I thought that's hilarious. You know, if you want double doubles, I'll fucking give you double doubles. How about that? How about a triple double? How about that?
That asked
good.
a rebounded shy from a triple double in her last game. So if some people, I know Dominique Walker always messages me before the Caitlin Clark games. I mean, the triple double prop is there for the taking at plus 750. I mean, I wouldn't blame you for taking it.
Yeah, it's all you need. All right, good looks, Billy. Let's go to our last game, and then we can move on to the NBA Summer League here. Minnesota Lynx, Seattle Storm. Wow, Billy, shocked to see the Lynx 7-point dogs. They've been from my third-person point of view, they've been the best team in the WNBA, not named the New York Liberty, it seems. But this line opened up at 3 and has climbed all the way to 6, was a 7 and went down to a 6. But Jesus, Billy, what is going on in this game? What am I missing?
The books keep on pricing the Lynx, kind of trapping people of thinking that Napisha Collier is going to be. That bitch is not playing, man. She's on the Olympic team. There is no way in fucking hell that Team USA is risking any of their players getting hurt at all before the Olympics. They probably care about the Olympics more than they care about the WNBA season.
Yeah.
Ryan Howard's been out for 3 weeks, and she's on the Atlanta Dream, and she's on the Olympic team, and she's practicing. It makes no sense. But Napisha Collier is not playing. I just don't see her playing at all. And that's why the lines moved. But it's just if you've watched the Lynx play, or if you know anything about the Napisha Collier injury, she's not playing. I don't get why the books are it's just making the line movement where people that don't watch the WNBA as regularly are going to hop all over the Lynx at +7 here. But I think we're going to get a motivated Seattle squad coming off that Aces loss on camp day. We talked about it a little bit on camp day. This is going to be their 8th game of a 9-game homestand for Seattle here. The Lynx have dominated them recently head-to-head series-wise, going 6-1 straight up and ATS in their last 7 meetings. But no Napisha Collier, no Billy Brisbane here. While they haven't felt the absence yet of Napisha Collier, this is a type of game / matchup where this is against the upper echelon of the WNBA, and I think this is where they get exposed. This is by far the lowest total on the board today. Seattle locks up on defense, hence why we're on the Aces team total under the last time that they played on Wednesday on camp day. I think the Lynx are just going to struggle to get offensive production here in this spot. If they don't get hot from their 3-point line, I don't see how they can compete or win this game. I would take the Seattle Storm minus the 6.5. It's there right now, but I got the line at 4.5 last night, and it's going down a little bit. You see a little bit of sharp money coming in on that +7. It's a game that starts at 10 o'clock p.m., so you don't have to bet it right now immediately, but Seattle and the under is the way to go here in this one.
Okay. I like that.
I would say Seattle minus the 6 on DraftKings at -110. I got 4.5, but 4.5, as we know in college basketball, 4.5 through 6.5 is the same exact line, basically.
I think that's a fascinating look. I'm glad that we have you on, Billy, because you are the WNBA expert and you know about these Team USA absences. So it's very nice to have you here. Billy, let's recap your WNBA action real quick before we move on to the NBA Summer League. What do you have today?
We got in the first game of the day, Phoenix Mercury, Indiana Fever. That's the national televised game. Leans were the Fever plus the points, but I think the two best bets are the over 175.5. That one moved up from the opener at 172, but best bet of the game is going to be Caitlin Clark over 9.5 assists, minus 110 smash spot. Second game was the Las Vegas Aces money line and the under 170 found on the FanDuel money line and totals parlays. That was minus 105. That line's bouncing up. It's already gone up to minus 115 throughout this segment. So hop up on it now before it goes to minus 125. Or if you want to just bet the game under, I don't blame you. But I don't want to have anything to do with the Atlanta Dream winning anything or accounting for them to do anything besides lose. Last game of the night, 10 o'clock game, late game. West Coast game here, Seattle Storm, minus the 6 here. That line's going up, but you could probably wait a little bit. If you don't like the side, then I would go to total under 153.5. I think the last two games of the day are going to be unders, and then that first one is going to sneak over, probably a 190-ish total. I could see it being 200. If the Phoenix Mercury beat the Fever, they're probably going to score 100-plus points.
All right. Well, beautiful note. Billy, it's funny that we're talking WNBA here because when I moved and I saw the NBA Summer League lines, I was like, damn, these are WNBA like totals. Like the totals are like right there. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. We're getting I don't know. Maybe I just underestimating the women's game, I guess. But I was like, God damn, are these guys just not scoring?
Yeah, I don't blame you, though, Jose. Historically, throughout the years of me smashing Summer League, like, I don't know why I went away from it, but usually I play totals in the Summer League, and it's usually a bunch of fucking chalky overs that end up going way over because the time difference between Summer League and like an NBA game, they don't think that the players aren't efficient enough. They're like 10-minute quarters compared to 12-minute quarters. But sometimes if you catch the right team on the right day, I mean, the scores look identical towards an NBA game. So seeing the totals be so low, I think it's definitely something to note for like teams that have better players, I would say, like more veteran players. Like we'll definitely take a note of that. But yeah, you definitely do put that sentiment in me to go back to the totals.
Yeah, they're all low. They're all low. And we'll start with a low one here. 179 for Cleveland and Orlando. Now, again, these are the first games for these teams. And I'm sure you're wondering, who the fuck are on these teams? So let me tell you.
Their Orlando Magic team is fucking good.
Yeah, they are. Because is it facts? Are we getting? I'm looking at this is okay, and I guess 2K is now the sponsor for the Summer League now, which is hilarious.
I can give you their lineup. Their lineup's probably going to consist of Anthony Black, who started a lot of games for them last year, Jarrett Culver, who had a taste of the NBA for a little bit, Chet Howard, who was a Michigan man. He didn't really play too much last year. Starting point guard is going to be Theo Maledon. He's bounced around through some NBA teams. And then they're going to put in the rookie Tristan Da Silva, the Colorado kid, the star player on their team.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting to see. Yeah, I pulled up the Summer League rosters on NBA.com and and I saw a John.
Oh, but don't tell me the Texas power went out. Somebody in the chat let me know if Jose's frozen or if I'm frozen, because I don't know who's frozen here.
Probably going to be their best. So now for Cleveland, I'll mention some notable names real quick. Imani Bates. I think he's going to be very interesting to watch. DJ Burns of NC State fame will be there. Zaire Smith. And, what you interested in some Pete Nance here?
Nah, Craig Porter.
Pete Nance.
Craig Porter Jr. Craig Porter Jr. started a lot of games last year for them when Darius Garland went out of the lineup. He's probably going to be the star player of that team. That kid was really good when he started in there. And then their bigs are going to feature probably a combination of Luke Tavares, Jalen Tyson. Jalen Tyson was the star player on that California team last year in college. And then Pete Nance, Larry Nance's little brother. He had a couple games that he played for the Cavs last year. He plays exactly like his brother, but he's a lot taller than Larry Nance Jr., but not as skilled. So I don't think DJ Burns is going to play a lot, to be honest with you. I don't think he's going to outbeat Pete Nance in the lineup there. But definitely some players that I like. But when I look at the rosters don't even look close to competitive. I feel like Orlando should be a bigger favorite in this spot, but the only question is sometimes you see with these teams, they don't want to play everybody on day one. Like some teams play everybody on day one, and we kind of have a good track history of those type of teams. But I definitely got to lean towards the Orlando Magic minus the 4.5 here in this spot. Probably the over 179.
Okay. All right. Well, those are the interesting names on that team. Billy leaning towards the Magic. Let's keep it rolling here. Let's move to New Orleans and Minnesota as, it's raining here now in San Antonio. And I don't know if you guys know this about Texas, but any slight inconvenience of weather, you can knock out everything. So who knows what happens during my Wi-Fi. I already saw 1,000 times I was frozen in the chat, but we're all right. We're still rocking. We're still rolling. And I hopefully can still be heard by you guys. So it's nice to see everyone worrying about me as well. So thank you all. But let's talk about New Orleans Pelicans here. Their roster. Some notable names here. What about a little Jordan Hall from St. Joseph? Little Joey Hauser from Michigan State.
Jordan Hawkins from UConn, the UConn national championship winner.
Yep.
Man, he was a fucking bucket when he played. Antonio Reeves, Kentucky's biggest head case last year of why John Calipari said he couldn't go to the tournament. I don't know why he came off the bench, but he's on that team. Kevin O'Connor, All-American from Texas Tech. He's on this team. Sam Hauser's little brother, Joey Hauser from Michigan State. He's on this roster as well. And we're going to see a lot of Jermaine Kusert have the ball in his hand here. Rookie from Oregon, had a really good showing in that NCAA tournament. So I'm a little bit higher on this Pelicans Summer League roster than I guess the intended market here, because there's a lot. I think Jordan Hawkins is going to be the best fucking player on the court. Call me crazy, call me what you want. But I mean, Jordan Hawkins has never seen a shot that he has not liked. I know the Minnesota Timberwolves Summer League roster is probably going to catch a little bit more public attention with their star players on their team. They have the Jesse Edwards from West Virginia, formerly played at Syracuse. He's going to be their center probably. Point guard Rob Dillingham, top 10 draft pick. Deshaun Nix. He's had a taste in the G League Unite for the last couple of years. And kind of one of the sleepers in the draft was Terrence Shannon Jr. from Illinois. He had probably one of the strongest showings in the NCAA tournament. I mean, anytime Illinois played a game, he looked like a pro basketball player. The sleeper on the team is probably going to be the one I'm interested on is Tyler Wall from Wisconsin, man. If anybody remembers him from Wisconsin, he was kind of like their pseudo second best player on their team. Their best player ended up going into the transfer portal and ended up transferring to Kansas. I forget his name, but the black kid, I forget his name, but the only black kid on Wisconsin, honestly. Tyler Wall was like their second best player, though. But I think the Pelicans plus the points here is the move, plus 6.5. I think Jordan Hawkins by far best player on the court.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I was thinking about this team. I thought you were going to say you like this Pelicans, this Timberwolves team, Billy, because like you mentioned, I mean, fucking Terrence Shannon Jr. is going to be very good. And then Dillingham, I just mentioned, he's a backcourt that's going to be very interesting to watch here. And yeah, let me tell you,
height and length difference. I mean, there's a lot of long players on this Pelicans team that I think could give the Minnesota Timberwolves like fits. Like, you remember watching Kevin O'Connor play at Texas Tech? That's a little bitty boy. He's got that Southern body. He's got that Charles Barkley in him. And that kind of works in the NBA Summer League. Antonio Reeves, two guard. I mean, he's pretty long himself. I mean, like, the shortest player on their team is probably Jordan Hawkins, and he's like the shooting guard. Like, everybody else is tall. Like, Joey Hauser's taller than Sam Hauser. Joey Hauser's like fucking
What?
damn
Really?
Yeah, Joey Hauser's damn near 6'10". They have Yves Mitsu from Baylor last year. They're starting center. I mean, like, they have a lot of fucking height on this team. When I look at this team up and down, I see a lot of height and a lot of potential names that could hit. Like a person we didn't even talk about, one of the Serbian bigs that they got, Karlo Matovic. He had a really good Serbian league last year. The more and more that we're talking about this, I'm about to write this the fuck down. I think the Pelicans are going to win this game outright, probably.
All right, Pelicans. Love for the Pelicans from Billy Brisbane. Let's move on to our next game. We have a few more left here. Sacramento, Memphis. Memphis is going to be an interesting team to watch here. Obviously, the main attraction for the Grizzlies here is going to be Edie. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. You know, Gigi Jackson's like fucking 20 years old running around out there. Our old friend Scottie Pippen Jr. is going to be out there. I don't know. What do you think about this Memphis team? I'd love to hear that. And then on the Kings, players that we know on these Sacramento Kings. Let's see. We obviously have our guy Boogie Ellis. We all know Boogie Ellis. And that's about it from me. I fucking don't know. And Drew Timme. Oh, wow. Drew Timmy's getting Summer League invites? Wow. He's going to get fucking eaten up by Edie. Oh, my God. I'm going to be interested to see this game, Billy. What do you think?
In a way, I really like this Sacramento Kings Summer League roster, to be honest with you. A little bit contrarian, but I mean, fuck, this team is pretty stacked. A lot of the players that they had on their Summer League team didn't play in the tournament thing, the California Classic. And one of the things I kind of note for the Summer League is I kind of like betting on teams that have already played in the Summer Classics and stuff like that. The Sacramento, Utah, or the other one this year, the Cali one. In this one, I feel like the public money is going to come in on the Grizzlies because they have the more notable names. Edie's odds have shot down to him being the betting odds favorite for Rookie of the Year this year. But I think the Sacramento Kings team is just as talented. I made a mistake fading Sacramento Kings 2 team against the Lakers, and they blew them the fuck out by 20-plus points. And that wasn't even the best players on their team. Their Sacramento Kings 1 team was absolutely smashing in the California Classic. Now you're combining the best players from those 2 teams. I think Kings plus the points here. Fade the public, man. Zach Edey, go eat your Wheaties. This ain't college no more. Welcome to the big show.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching Edey because, you know, was it you, Billy, that said if he's going to dominate all these fucking college centers, what he's going to do with, you know, barely college centers?
Yeah, but look
pro
at this.
Centers?
Look at this Sacramento Kings team, though. Adonis Arms, who had a 20-plus, he had like, where is it at? He had 32 points versus the Lakers in their first Summer League Classic game. Everybody was watching Brody and was waiting for Brody, and it was the Adonis show. They also have Kenan Blackshear, the Nevada point guard from this past season, Boogie Ellis, who's been absolutely smashing, Keon Ellis, Mason Jones. I feel like the biggest thing to note in the Summer League, it's easier for guards to get their shit off than there is the big man to get their shit off. Meaning the NBA Summer League's a lot of there's what, 3 practices before they start playing in these games. All these games are going to be dictated by the guards' pace of play, and the talent level of the Sacramento Kings guards is just way more significant than this Grizzlies squad. I think the Grizzlies squad has a huge advantage down low, but they might struggle at the guard position. I get it. Scottie Pippen Jr.'s he's got a little bit of taste of some NBA talent and stuff like that. Cam Spencer looked good in a couple of games, but I think this is going to be a competitive game throughout. Hence why the line's 2.5. But I got to lean towards the underdog, and probably over the total might be the best bet here, 182. We've seen a lot of Zach Edey games when it goes to like the higher echelon of tier of players, like they kind of go over besides that national championship game.
Okay, well, beautiful. Let's move on, Billy, to that last aforementioned team, the Los Angeles Lakers. Holy shit. How bad are they, Billy? You watched them firsthand. You got the experience, and they blew a second-round pick on a kid that isn't probably supposed to be there. So this summer league team probably is not going to be best. And it's also going up against a team with Cam Whitmore, who everyone likes. And then AJ Griffin.
Good at all.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's classic. JJ Redick just drafted himself. So, I mean, that was just classic. I was, I don't know. And Reed Shepherd should be fine here as well. But I don't know how well the Rockets are going to do with making their own offense here. We'll see how Cam Whitmore can distribute. On the Lakers, I mean, it's Bronny James, it's Dalton Connect. And then from then on out, you're going to trust.
Castleton, baby. Castleton season.
Yeah, was that what you got here? So, Billy, take it away. You watch this team, you bet on them, and you didn't have success. Please slander their good name.
One of the things that we got to know for the summer league is how certain teams play certain rotations. Best bet of the day, Cam Whitmore, 20-plus points, minus 130, and his double 10-plus rebounds, plus 1,200. But basically, Cam Whitmore to get a double-double, plus 1,200 here in this spot. The Lakers are just coming off a very disappointing California Classic, specifically struggling guards and forwards. Like we said, Sacramento Kings, Adonis Arms had 32 points and 11 rebounds. Golden State Warriors, Ethan Thompson had 22 points and 11 rebounds. Keyshawn Johnson had 21 points, 9 rebounds. It was just not a good showing for the Lakers on the defensive end, allowing 80, 92, 108 points and losing all 3 games. Cam Whitmore is one of the breakout stars in the Rockets Summer League last year. During the season, he made his impact on the floor and he got rotational minutes. Last year's Summer League roster featured guys like Jabari Smith, Tari Easton, and he still averaged 19.3 points per game. Without them on the court, he averaged 22 points per game. Noticing the Rockets' patterns, they want their vets to be number one options. And if there's anything I'll say about Cam Whitmore, my Villanova boy, he's never been a guy that is shy of shooting the fucking basketball, no matter what level it is, college or the NBA. He finds a way to put the ball in the back of the net here. And I like Cam Whitmore over his point prop, 2.5 minus 130. And I think this is the wildest shit ever. How the fuck are you guys going to disrespect Cam Whitmore's rebound prop? I mean, damn. In this season, this shit got as high as like 7.5, 5.5, 6.5 when he was in the starting lineup. So for him to get a double-double here, I mean, Cam Whitmore, primetime television against the Lakers. If there's one thing that I know about Cam Whitmore, my Villanova boy, he's a fucking dog. He loves to smoke. He wants all the smoke, and he probably uses the N-word more than any other basketball player I've ever watched in my life.
Him and Anthony Edwards, probably right up there.
Like, yeah, I watched one video this year of him and LaMelo getting to it, and he called him a bitch ass and pushed him and said, if you want to do something about it, then do it, bitch. I said, that's my dog. That's my dog.
That's hilarious. Well, and LaMelo probably had nothing for him. Just absolutely nothing for him.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah. Like, whoa. Yeah, I could imagine that wholeheartedly. That's hilarious. All right, let's move on. You guys heard a lot of Cam Whitmore love by Billy Brisbane there. Let's go to our next game, the Brooklyn Nets, who, I think the Brooklyn Nets' most exciting season is Summer League season. But, like, who do we got on this team, Billy? I mean,
team's actually all right. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This team's actually all right. They got
Okay. Well,
Jacob
please.
Gilliard, who played a lot of point guard, who started a lot of point guard games for the Memphis Grizzlies this year in the actual NBA. Also, they have Dariq Whitehead, a former Duke kid, Jalen Wilson, Kansas boy. He was like the prime Kansas guy before he went off to the NBA and didn't do shit. And my guy, Mark Armstrong, he might not have gotten drafted in the NBA, but Villanova point guard found his way onto a roster here. But I mean, as much as like I think this team is a little bit sneaky, I feel like the Pacers are kind of playing for a little bit more in their summer league, if that makes sense. Of like they're playing for roster spots. We got busted. Shouldn't even say busted, but one of the biggest draft day snubs I would say was Johnny Furphy. Literally 6'9" Australian kid from Kansas last year. Basically, Kansas had one of their worst seasons last year. He was their star player. He thought he was going to go in the lottery. And not only did he not go in the lottery, he didn't even get drafted on day one. So it was pretty crazy. He didn't get drafted in day one, but I thought that was one of the best second-round picks. You got Dakota Mathis. He was on that Purdue team a couple years ago with Zach Edey. And then you also got Tristan Newton from that championship team of UConn. But they also have the veteran guys, the two veteran guys that I think that are going to be the key for them winning this game. Ben Shepherd, key rotational player for the Pacers in the playoff series after Benedict Mathurin went down with an injury. And Jacare Walker, former Houston boy, he just smashes against, I just feel like he just smashes in these games. He's kind of coming out here, I feel like, to prove something. I like the Pacers here as a short underdog.
All right. Pacers love.
They're short favorite. My bad.
Pacers love. I mean, we're getting our old friend Oscar Sheboy out there, right?
Yeah, it's a lean, not a strong conviction on this game. This is definitely like a game that I kind of want to learn a little bit about these two teams for this week.
Fair enough. Well, let's move on to two other teams that, again, these fan bases will be locked into the Summer League. The Washington Wizards versus the Atlanta Hawks here. And I'm interested to see what the Hawks do. I mean, they're obviously going to have their Risache out there, the first overall pick. But more importantly, Billy, I don't know if you saw this. UTSA Roadrunner Keaton Wallace on this team. Shout out to Keaton Wallace, brother of the Wallace on the Oklahoma City Thunder that went to to Kentucky. So shout out to him. I'll be watching. I don't know what to expect from the number one pick, Kobe Buffkin, also on this team. If I know your name on this team or in like college basketball, you obviously were worth something here. So shout out to Buffkin here. Wizards, we've got Patrick Baldwin Jr., who once upon a time was supposed to be very, very good. Went to UW Milwaukee with his father, I believe, and then sucked it up there. Alex Sarr will be interesting. I believe this is 1 and 2 overall picks, right? This is 1 and 2, 1 and 3.
Yeah, this is going to be the number 1 versus number 2 overall pick, and probably the most watched game on tonight's card. Probably an ESPN televised game. Washington Wizards Summer League team seems a lot more put together, featuring sophomore players like Johnny Davis, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Tristan Vucevic, Justin Champagne, all players. She started games for them late in the season last year, while the Hawks team seems a little bit more focused on this front office stuff that they have going on this transitional offseason here. They have the number 1 pick tonight, but they won't have Kobe Buffkin in the lineup tonight, and that can limit some of their offensive ceiling for the Hawks in this one tonight. This Wizards Summer League roster is very talented. They have a good mix of rookies and veterans, and I think they smash here in this spot. I like the Wizards. I bet it on the money line. That line is long gone. You can get it -175 at ESPN Bet is what I'm seeing as the best number here. But a lot of books have it at -225, heading up to 250.
All right. Washington Wizards love for Billy here. And yeah, I mean, I agree. This Wizards team is pretty put together. And old friend, everyone loves him, short man, Marquise Noel on this team as well. So that should be very interesting. It's nice. I like when there's a guy like that on your team, Marquise Noel is not going to go out there and try to put up 30. He's just going to go out there and pass that fucking rock, get everyone involved. So I like that as well. So shout out to the Wizards there. Last game, two teams that probably don't give any fucks about this summer league games, either the Clippers versus the Nuggets here. Who is on the Clippers that we know here? I'll tell you right now, looking at their roster, it's like a bunch of fucking creative player names, which is just hilarious to see. So you got Josh Bannon with great Kobe Brown, Diabite from Michigan. I mean, you tell me, this is an ugly ass team, Billy, with the Clippers. And the Nuggets on their side, guys that we know on the Nuggets. How about a little Jalen Williams from Arkansas? You know, how about that? How about S.Y. Chapman? How about that? These are
there's some talent on this summer league team for the Nuggets here.
Well, please tell me about it, because I've not heard of a soul on either team.
Well, the most famous player in this game is definitely going to be Amari Bailey from UCLA on the Clipper side of the ball, most historically known for Drake fucking his mom, and he rented out the Dodger Stadium for the date. If you remember that little thing a couple years ago. So Amari Bailey's probably the most popular player in this game. But this is a dink on the development system of the Los Angeles Clippers, because the person I know the most on the team isn't even for fucking basketball purposes. Ray J. Dennis is probably the best player on this team. And then the other dude I only know because I bet on the Australian National League basketball thing that they have going on. And the one dude's from the Brisbane team. That's the only reason why I would know.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. I wouldn't know this for like any other reason. So it just makes me go, maybe this team is really not good. On the Nuggets side of the ball, I think the biggest thing to look for is Julian Schwarther. If the Nuggets are going to have a good season this year, real life wise, for like the long term of the season, they need Julian Schwarther to look like a number one option. He might fuck around and be in the starting lineup at the beginning of training camp if he has a good summer league. He was the Gonzaga kid that they drafted last year. Didn't really get too much time, but I mean, if you look at this Nuggets team, it definitely looks like a lot of talent on this team. They have DeRon Holmes at the big man position. He was big for Dayton last year. He was one of the guys that everybody thought he was going to get drafted on day one. He didn't get drafted. PJ Hall from Clemson. He had a great NCAA tournament. If there's one thing about PJ Hall, he's going to give you 100% effort on both ends of the floor. And the same thing could be said about Gabe McGoughlin, the power forward from Grand Canyon that won the dunk competition this year in college basketball this year. He was the high flyer, dreadhead kid. I was big on Grand Canyon throughout the whole entire year. And then they also have some featured veterans like Hunter Tyson from the G League. He went to Clemson as well. It seems like they have a lot of continuity of some of these college, like a lot of these players are used to playing with each other. Jalen Pickett as well from Penn State. He was their star player a couple years ago. And then Jameer Young, finally, feels like Jameer Young's been in college longer than I ever was. He came over from Maryland. He's on this team as well. I like this Nuggets Summer League team. I think this is a team that can go under the radar. If we cash and we're rolling off through the night, I would definitely be adding the Nuggets as when the leans down. I'm going to probably make a bet. This Summer League team is pretty good. I think Julian Schwarther is probably one of the guys that like circle that name. If the Nuggets are just throwing away KCP for sack of potatoes saying, yeah, you want to go somewhere else, fucking leave. We'll send you out the door. Everyone's talking about Christian Braun, but it's going to be Julian Schwarther. Julian Schwarther actually led the Nuggets in preseason last year in points scored per game off the bench in the preseason and still led the team in points per game. So that just shows some of his offensive ceiling that he could have. And I think he's going to be number one option looking like it tonight.
All right. Well, beautiful, Billy. Those were excellent breakdowns of the Summer League happening today. Let's recap the action here. Billy, go ahead. Let us know official plays. What are you on today?
Yeah, official plays for the NBA Summer League. Cam Whitmore, 20-plus points, -130, double-double or you could just bet the 10 rebounds. It's the same exact thing. 10 rebounds, 12-1 odds here, double for Cam Whitmore. And Washington Wizards straight up here on the money line. If you don't have access to the money line, you're on a book like maybe Bovada or something like that. Make sure you use promo code PubSport. And you can bet it -5, -5.5, wherever it is. I think the Wizards cover that game tonight. I think the Hawks are a little bit it's the number one thing that we do in the NBA Summer League is fade the number one overall pick, and they're making it a lot easier when Kobe Buffkin isn't in the lineup either.
All right. Well, that was lovely, Billy. Thank you for coming and joining me on the Summer League and the WNBA. Where can the people find you? Because you got a big weekend coming up.
Yeah, big weekend. I'm about to actually go help out Mills with his interview. So make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe here at Pub Sports Radio so you get notified for all of our live videos. UFC Denver going off tomorrow, 7:00 p.m. Eastern time here at Pub Sports Radio. Big card, Rosemont Yunus versus Tracy Cortez. A lot of short notice replacements, a lot of finishes and violence. We're in altitude. Somebody's going to die. Make sure you guys watch the live stream tomorrow here at Pub Sports Radio.
Yep, somebody's going to die, and it's not going to be us. So thank you, Billy, as always, for joining us here. What a day, what a show. We appreciate everyone that makes time out of their days to come onto the show, to watch the show. We appreciate you guys all, but that is not the end of the show. We're going to recap our action here, and we've got not one, but two horse races ready to go here. $50 each for the winners here. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's recap here. My action here, and I'm only going to add one of my plays from those three that I was looking at: Red Sox, Rangers, Yankees, and unsurprisingly, it is Red Sox money line +102. The rest of my card: Tigers, Dodgers first 5 under 4.5 -130. A's full game money line. A's first 5 team total over 1.5. Brewers first 5 team total over 2.5. Blue Jays first 5 money line +110, and first 5 team total over 2.5 +125. And Minnesota first 5 team total over 2.5 +115 there. Connor, he is on Detroit first 5 under 4.5 -119. Angels game under 8.5 -115. He is on, I wrote Detroit first 5 under twice, so I had to delete that. Rays first 5 team total over 2.5 +110. Isaac Paredes RBI, I should say, +180. Milwaukee first 5 team total over 2.5 -115, and he's going to be on the Mets team total in some form or fashion. It's going to be very fun, very exciting. You just heard Billy's action. And let's get right into it. And actually, before we do, let's do a little showcases here. All right, let's talk about our plays of the day here. And let's play these fucking videos. We've got them. Let's play it. Stacks, baby.
Stacks, 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 stacks.
Stacks play of the day is Justin McKelvey's baby, and you got to follow it here. Over 1.5 bases for Jesus Sanchez. Ron Crawford, let's tickle the ivories. Dodgers play of the day. Billy Friedrich, shout out to you. Retiring pig milk. Ended at 40-27, up 16 units. Beautiful work there, Billy. And he brought in a new age, the pig cheese play of the day. Shout out to you. Pissy Cheerios, team total over 4.5 here. Subhuman going with Ilya Brelia for the LFA play of the day. Kong Smash right here. Crochet over 7.5 Ks. And Phillies money line. BJ likes the Mets -1.5. And he's also on the Twins as his best bet. Your grandma's wearing your sister's panties play of the day is right there. And the RBI play was Jordan, I believe. Shout out to you, Mikey Money. My dude, motherfucking dude play of the day is team total over 3.5 for Cleveland. Shout out to all of you guys. We appreciate you guys, as always, for joining us here. And now let's get to the races here. 1 minute on the clock Everyone lined up, ready to go. $50 on the line. Who wants it? Let's find out here in the next 55 seconds. It's a beautiful day here in San Antonio. Outside, it's muddy, but the track is always pristine conditions. 45 seconds left. Gerald Jones in the lead, Nut Flush Allen in the mix there. Crystal Craig charging up to the top and taking the lead now. There she goes, falling back, and here comes Ken Wood to take it, and Ken Wood falls back. Chris Boggin in the mix. Nut Flush still up there. TJ in the mix. Rod Free, Nunya in here as well. Who wants to claim the first $50 prize here today? Who wants it? 15 seconds left. TJ, Iron Eagle, Jimmy the Bag also in the mix here. Dutch Boy Fresh, 10 seconds. Johnny Gunn's making his charge. The moves have to happen now. 5 seconds left. Who's coming? Who's coming? Crystal Craig from nowhere. Crystal Craig. Yet again. Crystal Craig, congratulations. Another victory. I think that might be your third? Is that your second or third there, Crystal? Wow, what a move there by you, Crystal Craig. There. So shout out to you. Beautiful work. But the best part about it is that we are going to go yet again. We're going to go yet again here. I cannot wait. Kelly, I can confirm. I just accidentally took down the horses, so I've got to re-put them up. But Kelly, you are in fact in there. I can confirm the least. There we go. Horses are back up. And yes, Kelly, you're in there. I see you, Kelly. I'll show you your person right now, actually. Kelly, where are you, Kelly? You son of a bitch. I saw you. I have to control F. There you are, Kelly. Kelly McInnes, you are indeed in the mix here, nonetheless. And yes, Crystal, you're on fucking fire, Crystal. So shout out to you. But let's get after it here, lads. This is going to be a fun game or fun show, fun race here. $50 on the line. Who wants it bad enough? We're racing again here. Race 2 here in San Antonio. Can Crystal Craig go back-to-back horses here? Let's find out here as we see a lot of familiar faces up in the top. Dutch Boy Fresh, Juan Ruiz, Fernando Mendoza, all in the mix here. Nut Flush Allen in the back. Big Show pick, Nasty Nate making his presence felt. Matty Ice at the bottom of the screen, but Dutch Boy Fresh, Crystal Craig yet again, Donut Silks, and Fernando Mendoza all up in the mix. Matty Ice comes out in the front. Connor Mack comes out there as well. Where's our guy Kelly? Somebody find Kelly. 15 seconds left. Jarek White, Connor Mack, Joey Harb, all in the mix. Where's Kelly? 10 seconds left. Where is he? 7 seconds. 5 seconds. Johnny Guns. Preston Ekdahl. Preston Ekdahl wants it. A photo finish, and it is Johnny Guns with the win. Johnny. Congratulations, Johnny. A beautiful, beautiful race there. And, Kelly, where are you, Kelly? I'm curious now. Where the hell is our friend Kelly? 44th there, unfortunately, for you, Kelly. But, God, here we go. What a day. Johnny Guns and Crystal Craig. So, shout out to you both. Beautiful races ran. Preston, oh so close. But we appreciate you guys nonetheless. So thank you guys. And congratulations on your top 50 finish, Kelly. That is progress there. Top 50. Here we go. But appreciate it. Justin, Kelly, Ramon, I'm That Heat, Mally Mal, Bo Jackson, Crystal Craig, everyone in here from the beginning of the show to the end. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. Because without you guys, I wouldn't have a job. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. And I wouldn't have the opportunity to cap in front of you guys. So let's have some fucking winning days here. Let's put them back to back here. 6-3 yesterday. Good day. Let's keep it rolling on to tomorrow here. Tomorrow, Say Hey plays back on the weekends. Dabby Cab and myself talking baseball all Saturday morning. And Sunday, I think it'll be a little Dabby Cab back-to-back here. So we can have a little back-to-back, and I'll see him Sunday night. It'll be a whole lot of fun. I love you guys. Thank you, Bo, Mally, Justin McKelvey. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate, again, I can't say it enough. I appreciate all you guys. Without your support, without you guys taking the time to watch these videos, they would not be possible. I wouldn't know Jimmy. I wouldn't know all the people I know and have the pleasure of knowing without you guys. So I tip my hat to you guys, and I thank you guys. So say hey, let's keep it rolling, and come back to Pub Sports Radio tomorrow morning for Say Hey Plays, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. I don't know what the fuck that is West Coast time, but we appreciate you all nonetheless. Say hey, and leche. Hey, those bookmakers. Let's go get them.